Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Speaks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Class is in session. Class is in session. We have a lot to talk about and a lot to learn. So come on in. Come on in. I got the conversation going earlier. If you happen to catch my walk and chat with me, uh, I got the conversation going, and this was, well before the Rose had her, I don't know what you call it, breakdown. I don't know what you want to call it, but I touched on some things earlier during my walk and chat, and it was heavily on the importance of just mental health, protecting your peace, living in your truth. It was a lot going on in my live. If you didn't catch it, definitely check it out. But I also want to talk about how sometimes tonight, things that happen in our life, we have to really sit and evaluate and think about the role that we played in what's going on in our life. Sometimes, it's a lot of times, I would say more often than not, it's easier to sit in that the victimhood mode, and you just think about what all someone has done onto you. And we don't take responsibility as to like what role we played in whatever it is that we're being given in life. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for reasons. And I think a lot of times people also get caught up in just looking at someone who sits in this, who, what I want to say, who sits in their stoop and talk about what has happened to me, but not want to talk about what role they've played in what has happened to me. Like, things don't just happen to you. Things happen, and a lot of times it has to do with what you have done, your actions. So we can't just because we like somebody just look at it from the angle of what are they doing to them. No, that is not the way to do it. And that's not even the way for someone who's feeling like something's been done onto them. That's not the way they should look at it too. So you have to do a full out assessment on the situation and really see what role you have played in this. What could you have done better? How did you maybe bring on some of the things, some of the negative energy that you're getting? Because it's just don't happen. It don't happen. I don't care what nobody say. It doesn't happen. Things just don't happen. That's just not life. They don't just happen to you. Everyone has a role in something pertaining to about what kind of results they're getting in life. And if you keep getting this negative energy, these negative results, you have to stop and self-reflect. So we're going to talk about that tonight. We got it because it's not about being a victim. It's about taking a stance, thinking about, well, damn, what could I have done differently? How did I get here? Like, how did I get here? Like, just doing that inventory to figure out how the hell I got here. Many of us have been in a position in life and we're like, damn, it just feels like the world is coming down on us. But we have to take that moment to stop and think about how the hell we damn got here. Who was that? Deborah Cox saying that, how did I get here? Like, you got to really think about it, because when you really go within, there is a role that you played to get you there. You gotta take that in and not look at it from an angle of what the hell somebody done onto me. Because guess what? If you do that, you make that a habit, you're going to go through your whole life doing that. And guess what? You're not going to get the results you want, because you're always going to live in this victimist mindset, and you're never going to grow. You're never going to self-reflect, because what do I say? It's always easier to point the finger. You did it. You did it. You did it. Giving out them Oprah gifts. Remember Oprah give out you get a car. You get a car. You get a hat. You get a hat. And that's what happens when you don't sit in your ish. You can choose not to sit in your ish if you want to. Choose not to deal with your stuff if you want to, and life will happen. Life will happen. It's going to keep happening until you figure out. You ever hear somebody talking about like lessons? The way it works is that The Lord, he'll keep doing shit to you, keep doing that same things to you, keep putting you in that same situation until you learn. And you're not gonna get out of that and start getting different experiences until he feel like you've learned. And if you ain't learned that lesson, he gonna keep putting you through. You're gonna you're gonna keep experiencing it because why? You have not learned. You have not learned. No different than school. You ain't passing to the next grade. You ain't going over to the next class to the floor upstairs until you learn this lesson. You got to learn the lesson. And you can't sit in. This is hard. This is hard. Listen, we're honor students over here. That means we didn't have lesson after lesson after lesson, and we didn't learn. And that's how the hell we elevated and why we call ourselves the honor students, because we get it. And there's so many people right now who just don't effing get it. And they wondering why the hell they keep experiencing the same thing time and time and time and time and time again. This is what happens when you don't stop and reflect. This is what happens when you're surrounded by people who tell you what the hell you want to hear. It ain't about what the hell you want to hear. It's about what you need to hear. What is truth? What is truth? And it doesn't get us anywhere when we're just surrounded by people who just telling us what the hell we want to hear. You're not learning, you're not elevating, and that person ain't even getting a better version of you because they so scared, or for whatever reason, they're like, well, I'm just going to continue to tell him or her what they want to hear. Oh, well, that's just how they are. And guess what? A person can remain effed up because everybody want to sit in. That's just how the hell that, oh, that's just how they are. F that. Fuck that. Y'all. Forget that. Don't ever sit. That's just how the hell they are. No, be a part of the solution. Be a part of fixing it. Be a part of turning that ish around. Rosebuds, if Rose is your girl, she your solid. Wendy, tell her F that. Wendy, tell her where the hell she messing up at. Don't be going to other people telling them you need to be soft. You need to be soft on her. You need to stop doing this. No, get your girl and tell her where the hell she effing up yet so she can do better and get better results. That's what it's all about. So miss me with that. Yo, leave her alone. She's down bad. Maybe that's where the fuck she need to be. Because sometimes you got to be down bad in order for you to realize the damn message you need to get. Maybe this is where what they call it, rock bottom. Low the bar, whatever the hell you want to call it. Sometimes you got to be down on your knees for you to realize what the F is going on and how you need to show up and do something different, child. Am I the only one? Anybody understand what the hell I'm talking about today? Because I mean this ish. I mean it. It's a lot of this shit is our responsibility. We are responsible for the type of results that we receive in life. I don't ever receive the results that Rose receive in life. Why? Because I show up in a different way. I show up as a responsible person. I give a damn. I give a damn about how I show up. I give a damn about the next person, about my man, my children, anybody, my mama. I give a damn. So I'm getting different results than the Rose. I ain't no different than the Rose. Hell, y'all know how many times people come up in my damn comments and tell me I fucking look like the Rose? That's how much I'm no different from the Rose. I just choose to show up differently. I show up in this world how I choose to show up in this world because I know I am responsible for me. I'm responsible for my brand. Rose brand is over there effed up because she did that. Rose brand been effed up since she effed around and found out that when you disrespect your husband on fucking Beyonce's internet, God don't like ugly. This is what happened. You disrespected your husband to the world. I don't know who else that can matter outside of your kids and your mama because you done already disrespected her. He is dealing with you and he has that child of God on her knees. Rose is on her knees right now. She is in pain, but only she can fix it. Her and her higher power. She can fix it. She can turn it around. She can turn it around. She can turn it around. She can. I see people who turn their ish around all the time. But when people like that, for them to turn it around, you have to have people surrounding her to play a part in no longer enabling her where they step up, be like, I'm not playing with you no more. I'm not playing into your games no more. That's where Brett come in there. Get your ish together. Get your ish together because I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. I can't do this anymore. She can't have people continuing to enable her and then expecting to get a different result, because that ain't how the hell it works. And Rose wouldn't be this bad off if she didn't have a man by her side enabling her. That's not a man. He's doing nothing for her. People say, "Oh, he's her calmness." No, he is her weakness. She doesn't pull strength from that man. He enables her. That ain't no damn strength. That's a weakness. That is a weakness. Strength would be if she had somebody in my life in her getting into her ass. That would be the strength. Because I'd be like, bitch, what are we doing here? Y'all know how? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Because I tell y'all, I can't do stupidity. I can't. It makes me. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's why my thing, I don't expect you. I don't expect anybody to know what the hell I know. I don't expect or want you to believe I know it all, but I expect for you to recognize when somebody damn know more than you. That's how you damn grow. You recognize, damn, this person know more than me. They've experienced some things that I have or haven't experienced. Maybe I need to listen. Maybe they own to something. Get out your damn way. How many of you have in your way? You don't want to listen to no damn body for whatever the hell that reason is, but you ain't growing because I don't want to listen to nobody. I ain't listening to her. I ain't listening to him. Brett, you white, you don't know. That is her problem. She don't have anybody in her life to listen. She don't have anybody in her life to listen. And then this is also an example of how far removed from a higher power she is. Because when you going through ish and you don't have somebody in the 3D, in the physical form there that you feel can help you, all you got is your damn higher power. How many of you ever experienced that? That's all you got. That's when you find him, when there is nobody in the physical form that can be there to hold you, to guide you. You ain't got no effing sheet to tell you what to damn do on this given day. You turn to your higher power. That's what the heck I do. Because I don't have a lot of people in my life to where they can think on a level, and it's just how it is. And I'm still trying to elevate and evolve. But y'all, I'm so used to being the one that people come to. I don't have a lot of people that I can go to. I don't. I don't. I'm the one with the answer. So who the fuck am I turning to, y'all? I don't have that. I don't have that. But that's when I had to learn to find a higher power to go to him, because it's like, Lord, I need answers. I don't have the answers. I don't know in the 3D, in the form, in the physical, who can help me. I haven't identified that person. I'm on my knees. I need help. I need help. That's what they say. Don't turn to him when you winning. You like Nelly out here and you cleaning up, trying to collect your check in between getting handcuffed. You turn to him when you're at your lowest, because that's when he can turn you into that believer, when he can show you when you low, when you down low on your knees, what the hell he can do. That's when I talk to you all about having a testimony. Get your testimony, because your testimony will be when you're low and when you're on your knees, and you can talk about how he brought you through. I know Tosh Mob got a testimony. She talked about that shit. She's like, a year ago, she was in a whole different place. And it was a lesson to be learned. There's always a lesson to be learned. And you miss that lesson if you want to. Guess what? You're going to go through that ish again. You're going to go through it again and again and again and again until you get it right. Just like you ain't passing this class until you effing get it right. We are the honor students. We get it. We get it. We get it. Rose, it's time to get it. It's time to graduate to the next level. We can't stay here where we at no more. Rosebuds, that go to you. Wendy, if your ass in here, that go to you too. Elevate your girl. Speak positively into her. Tell her to get her shit together. Get it together. Everybody on Beyonce's internet know this child need to get it together. Everybody ain't creating pages and talking about the Rose to fucking bully her. No, people recognize the bullshit and they like, she needs to do something about that ish. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? That's what people are pissed off about. So don't make it about these people who create pages to talk about Rose. If Rose wouldn't be out here doing stupid shit, people wouldn't be able to have this content to be up here talking about. I know the hell I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. I say I have something to talk about as long as Rose goddamn hit that button to go live. because she always doing some shit. And it's just like, what the fuck now? What is going on? What is going on? You know how you get frustrated with your kids. What the fuck is going on? You just want to shake the hell out of them. Rose don't have solid people around her. And the baby girl has said, she said recently on the live, she said, I don't have nobody, y'all. All I got is my husband, and all I got is my sons. I noticed the people. I know it's goddamn Dana with a wrench on the internet, but Dana on the fucking internet, that is a virtual friend. She said, I don't have nobody. I ain't got nobody. And it shows. I believe that everybody needs somebody. Miss me with that shit. Anybody talking about, I don't need nobody. Yes, the fuck you do. Tell me you don't need somebody. I'm going to point out how your shit fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. We all need somebody. Get that out your head. We were created here to depend on one another. Rose don't get that. She snapped in and airing the husband out. She talking about buying houses without the husband. How the fuck that even work? How is that even a thing? How, Sway? How you out here trying to do real estate transactions? Your husband standing on the side of you in a picture and you got in caption, oh, I'm trying to do this shit by myself. How? That is the fucking problem. Rose is trying to go through life by herself. You can't do it by yourself. You can't go through life by yourself. Everybody needs somebody. So anybody who didn't understand that before today's lesson, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. You have the choice on choosing who you want to have in your circle, in your village to depend on. But everybody needs somebody. And everybody needs something to believe in. You need something to believe in, because life can be life, and it can get so full. It can get so full to where it's just like you can't see the forest from the trees, and you like, oh my God, I can't do this no more. I can't. Rose said, I cut my hair because it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I know what too much feels like, but I also know what it looked like when you don't know him. I know what that looks like. And when you ain't got somebody, when you don't have a village, I know what that looks like. So yes, she's down bad. She is. But I believe she can fix it and she can turn it around though. It's a lot of comments in here. I know I went on for about 17 minutes and I haven't read any of your comments. I'll try to get through some. I welcome each and every one of you here today. When I decided to come back onto YouTube this summer, I wanted to come back. I said, Lord, it took a while. It was on my heart. It was on my heart to come back. And I said, I don't want to come back for some bullshit. It got to mean something if I come back. It has to mean something. And so I came back. I said, I want to focus on fitness and let me help people who just want to transform, who got weight, who want to just look different and show up different. Let me talk to them. Let me tell them how they can do it. Because people see me, they got all these questions. They think, people form opinions, how you look or whatever, but they don't know your story. Y'all, I challenge y'all, get to know somebody else's story. Get to know somebody else's story because it helps you to connect to them better. Know where they came from. Know where they came from. I can speak this way about Rose is because I've listened to her story. I listened to Mama's story. So y'all, I believe in putting pieces together. And when I put pieces together, it's like a puzzle for me. It helps me to see the picture. So any of you all who are new, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. I am Chic and my channel is Chic Speaks. And I have a background in clinical mental health counseling. I choose to not do counseling as a 9-to-5 job. It's a lot. You take on a lot of energies, but I say every day I do it anyway. I do it anyway because when I come across people, when I see certain things where there's lacking, where they can need support in, I try to fill that in. And then, I come on this internet and I talk to you all and anybody who finds my content, I look at it as you were sent here. You were sent here to get whatever messaging that I have. I believe my calling is to help people grow, to help them see where they need to grow, to help them deal with what's broken. That is what I do, but I don't do it in an office with patients sitting on a couch. I don't want to do it in that form. I'd rather do it this way where you all can show up and you can learn a damn thing or two if you care to. It's up to you. It is up to you. It is up to you. What they say, take what apply what you need, lead rest. Then that's how I operate. And I got a lot of knowledge on things. And y'all, a lot of my knowledge that I come to y'all, it ain't coming from my education. It's coming from my life experiences. But my mama always say, you live longer, you're gonna experience some things. And I started believing that, saying when I got about 30, because I started experiencing things like, oh, okay, this is what she was talking about. Okay. Life's hard. It's very hard. Rose, yes, life is hard, but as it's also real, life is what you make it. What are you doing, Rose, to get the results that you're getting in life? What can you do differently to get a different result? Because there is something you can do. There is something all of us can do. We all can do differently, but we got to take control of that. We got to take the responsibility of that, and to fucking do it. Just do it. On my workouts in the morning, any of y'all seen any of my workout, I say ain't nothing to it but to do it. That is the only way I know to get results. And I challenge anybody. I always say, if you know another way, drop it in the comments. Let me know, because all I know is to put my head down and go to work. Don't worry about what somebody else is saying, what somebody else's results is. Don't worry about what's for you is for you. What is for you is for you. And that message goes to everyone. What is for the rose is for the rose. But if the rose is going through the fire, and Rose ain't no different than anybody else. How many other people been in this chat where they didn't been on their knees and been in some tears and gone through the fire? The only difference between Rose is that she chooses to put a camera in front of her face. That's the only difference. She's no different. She is no better. She chooses to put a camera in her face and show us what her life looks like. Most of us don't do that. Most of us don't do that. So we don't see it, but we see Rose. But so because we see Rose, we can use her as it's the assignment. That's what we're learning from. We're learning from that. And Rose needs to be learning from the ish that's going on in her life. She needs to learn what not to do. She can't keep doing the same ish over and over again, looking for a different outcome, a different result. That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and looking for a different outcome. Child, it don't work that way. Rose, I know you see my content. People in here believe you do. I definitely believe you do. You need to goddamn be watching this one. I need to be your effing best friend in your head, because I can help you get your ish together on the free. I do it with anybody who come in contact with me. I don't have enemies, you all, if you can't tell. Like, people come to me and they're like, I'm like a magnet to them. They just want to keep me near because I sow into people. This is what I do in real life. I sow into people. I sow into you all. That's why I like to call you all the honor students, because if you come over here and you want to listen, y'all gonna learn some shit. Y'all might even be older than me. I'm about to be 44 October, but y'all gonna learn. You're not gonna leave here knowing less. You're gonna leave here knowing more than what you knew before when you leave over here. That's the type of environment that this is in. Because what good is it for me to sit on the knowledge that I have? I need to share it. I need to share it. I'm going to start getting through some of these comments. I welcome each and every one of you. I am appreciative of each and every one of you. And all I want is the best for you all. And I always say, show up into the world in which you want people to show up for you. So you be that light. You be that light. Rose, you want people to love you. You want people to speak favorably of you and be positive. Okay, Rose, you need to show up that way. You can't go around expecting for people to give you shit and sow into you in a way that you're not even doing. You get on this Beyonce internet and ish on Black women. Y'all need to do better, this and that. When you F up, you do the absolute most. I don't know nobody right now on the internet that showed the hell out like the Rose. But though you pointing the finger and telling the Black women, y'all an embarrassment, y'all need to do this and that. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be goddamn. And you wonder why you're getting the results that you're getting and why today you're on your knees. This is why. You're not learning. You're like in a spiral, like you're not learning. You're not learning. You're not learning. And he's going to continue. You're going to continue to go through the same lesson until you learn before you can graduate. So we're going to continue to see Rose go through the lesson until she learns. And you all will know when she learned, because she's going to show up differently. She's going to have a different energy. She's going to have a different way about her. That's how you know anybody has changed and gotten better. They have a different energy. It's like they move different. It's not really what they saying. It's just how they move. Y'all know, when somebody, and I tell people, you can't sit and tell me, I've changed, I've gotten better. You can't be the judge of that. The people who encounter you are the judge of that. The people who experience you are the judge of that. You can say any damn thing about yourself, just like the rose does. But the people who are experiencing you, do they echo those same sentiments? If the answer is no, then no, you still got work to do. But if they're like, yes, sis, bro, I see your growth, you're on it, that lets you know, okay, I done done the work. But if people not seeing it and responding to you differently, then no, you ain't done. No, you still need to continue to work, continue to work. And that's okay, but continue at it, continue at it. So we will be the testers to see Rose growth. We will determine that, because we will experience her differently. That's how this works. And that's for each and any of you who are watching. That's how this ish work. That's how it works. Welcome. Miss Yella says, hello, I am early. Yes, you're early. Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I welcome each and every one of you. You all said she took that down. Let me see, because sometimes I'll have Rose content up before it, because I'll factor in her taking some down, and then I can still play it because I still had it. I don't know how that works, but let me jump over there and see if it'll allow me to play it, because I only caught some of what she was saying towards the end, and then she kind of had walked away from her phone. Child, like it's yeah. So let's see what we can see over there. Let's see what we can see. So let's see. This is 19 minutes and 49 seconds. So let's play this and see if it'll let us see what Rose had to say today when she was, in her feelings. Fair use.
Roz, not so Roz, not so hard. Stop. That's too hard. You guys, please stop. Stop. A really, really sick way to try to get back at somebody that you don't like is to try to hurt their kids. That's really, really sick. Come here, you guys. Come in here. Come on. You guys. Come on. You don't like me, so you're willing to jeopardize my children's happiness? My husband and our lifestyle is the only thing that my kids know. But your hatred and your envy for me as a person is so deep. It's so deep that you're willing to hurt my children is sick, and you need help. You really need help. Hold on, okay. Stop wasting these people's time. Stop harassing me. Stop harassing my children. Stop harassing our family. Stop trying to tear us apart. Put all of that energy that you put into us and to trying to ruin my family. Put that into yourselves. Put that into a job. Put that into your passion, and your passion will grow. You're so miserable. You're so miserable that you try to rip a child away from a mother. You're so miserable that you try to rip a husband away from a wife.
Yeah, all of you guys. All of you guys who are hating, you guys really need to stop. You guys got okay. How is this anything to abuse? PS5, surfboards, free phones, big TVs, beds, great food. How is that anything to do with anything? And plus, we live in Hawaii and you guys want to call CPS. We live in Hawaii and you guys want to call CPS. That's just crazy.
I hope you blocked her, Tamara, because she's one of those bitter women. It's a whole mob of bitter women. And even the CPS worker said, she said, honestly, we're getting tired of the calls. She said, it's annoying. She said, we're done. We're annoyed with it. Her herself are annoyed of you, Sarah, and your whole little gang that are calling CPS on my children and trying to get my children taken away. It won't work. It will not happen because nothing is going on with my children. Nothing is going on with my children. They're living an amazing life, better than so many people. And we're about to go upstairs. And the worker said that herself. No.
Yeah, and when you walk, it's inside. You just walk to the door.
Race, get off of that like that.
Mom, we're gonna be like you, right?
Hey, get off, Race. Get off. Get off. So my girl didn't drop the name. No, I don't know the name because I don't know these people. These are just the.
Now I got it stuck like this.
These are just a group of miserable women. But Sarah was one in the comments saying you argue in front of your kids. I know you don't have a husband to argue with, but in a household, like average households, kids hear their parents' arguments. They do. Let's just be honest about that. Now, do you want to, is it healthy to constantly and always argue in front of your children? No. But in a household, with a husband and a wife, the reality is that kids hear arguments. The healthy thing for them is for them to hear resolutions and how the parents get through the arguments. That's the healthy thing. So for all of these single women that are like you arguing in front of your children, I know you don't know because you don't have anyone to argue with. But stop calling CPS on my children, okay? Look at me. I'm like, don't even recognize myself right now. You guys have caught me skinny, bald-headed, little Bill, just constantly harass me, get on the internet every single day about me. You send CPS my videos and they look at them and they laugh at you, not at me. These professionals laugh at you. They're confused. They've been to my house. They looked at my children. Okay? My heart hurts really bad. Okay? This is like ridiculous. I don't know you women. I don't know these people. I didn't do anything to any of these people. If you don't like me, you don't like something I said, you don't like something I did, just unsubscribe and don't watch me. But to continuously talk about me every single day on a channel when I don't know you, for you to talk about my children and say, why are they this skinny? Look at me. I am skinny as shit. I've been trying to gain weight for a long time. I'm naturally skinny, so my kids are going to be skinny. Why are the mixed kids more thick than Roz and Raiden? Because Brett is big. They have different genetics from Brett. Brett is very big. My other older two children are like me. I'm naturally skinny as hell. I'm 5'2" and 110 pounds naturally. It doesn't mean they're not being fed. My kids eat whatever they want to eat. They eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they're free to go in the kitchen whenever they want to go in the kitchen.
Why are you crying, Mom? You guys, just stop messing with my mom. We get free. We go into the kitchen. We get water. We like to be free. Stop messing with my mom. Please, just stop. We have a great life.
Raiden, can you go get the baby, please? Race, can you please stop before you hurt him? um, if you don't know me very well or you're not familiar with this channel, please go to my page and then go to videos and just scroll down. Like, I own a house in Arizona. My kids constantly do things, activities. Don't do that right now. They constantly do activities. We do a lot with our children. Like, we want to show them experiences. So I know because of all of the hate pages, there's so many out there right now. It'd be easy for you to believe what you see, but just go down my page. Recently, I had a baby and I decided to, from a family vacation to Hawaii, I decided to move here to Hawaii because it's beautiful and it's peaceful. That's why I decided to move here. And so, for the past couple months, people have been attacking me, and it's been driving me quite insane, actually, to the point that I cut off my hair, and I've just been driven crazy for sure. But this is not me. This is not me. I don't post content arguing back and forth with people. I don't know people to argue with. It's definitely not me to just sit around arguing with strangers. It's not me. Uh, for the past couple months, I've been trying to defend my name because random people have been attacking me and slandering and lying. Completely lying. Completely lying on my family and I. And it's caused like a friction in my marriage, friction in my household, friction in my family. But if you just go back 2 months to our videos.
And they left right there.
This is
Thanks for buys.
I know those of you guys that have been following for a while, you see that this is different. It's different for me too. I'm not used to this. And I don't know what's going on. But when I told you guys that CPS came and they closed the case right away, there were people saying she's lying because if CPS came, she would have recorded. So hopefully you see now, CPS really did just come once again. CPS themselves are tired of you guys. Okay? It's not really, I'm not crying because I'm afraid of CPS or anything, because I know I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm crying because I've been harassed for the past 3 months by a specific channel specifically, but yeah. I made YouTube for very positive reasons. I made YouTube because I was put out by his dad with him and his brother right here.
What about mine, Mom?
I was put out by their dad for a mistress. And beat up by her. And so I went back home to where I was from in California. The purpose of me starting this page was to show women that being a single mother does not count you out of finding love and a healthy home and a healthy marriage. It does not count you out. Society is so quick to making us believe. Here, Blue.
Mom.
Got something for you, my love. Society is so quick to make us believe that we aren't worthy after we become single mothers. And my point of this page was to expand your horizons. If you're not finding it where you're looking, expand your horizons. Okay? Because their dad was African American, so obviously I like African Americans. And if I wasn't finding love where I was looking, I expanded my horizons and I found it. It doesn't mean every black man is bad. I've never got on here bashing black men, never. I have never once done that. Never once. So I do feel a lot of the hate comes from solely me being with the white man. Grace, please get out of those blinds like that. Don't do that. Brett, what? Bree, what? I'm confused. I'm talking about the previous ex-husband, not not Brett.
Are you okay, Mom?
Yeah, I'm okay. And Brett is at work right now. Brett works a lot, so he's at work.
I'm just hungry now, Mom. I'm just hungry.
You thirsty and hungry now?
Yeah.
What do you want to eat?
Creamily and then I want to drink water.
Creamily?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
Mom, can we get whatever we really like? What's that stuff we really like? Do you remember?
No.
Noodles. No.
The cake?
Yeah, that. And can we get that burrito? That burrito was better than that cake to me, Mom. And Mom.
What burrito?
That Mom, steak can you get that or something? Cherry. It was so
At the restaurant?
good. Mom, yeah. Can we get that cherry cake one that you got? Mom, can we get it? That is so good. Can we get that cherry on the cake too? Because that was so good.
You guys are trying to go to a whole restaurant?
Can we just go to that restaurant? No.
Like, do you have common sense? Can you take it from him, please?
Can we go to that restaurant? That one is so good.
I don't want to say the channel name. I don't want to bring them any type of traction. You guys know, yeah, I've never said the baby daddy's name ever. I never said his wife's name ever. I never spoke about his wife. I spoke about him and the situation regarding him. I have never spoken about his wife at all. And suddenly his wife is just crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't give names and I don't bring people Yeah. So anyways, y'all, this is what I'm dealing with. Just showing you that this is what I'm dealing with. Dana, you're quick. You're quick, Dana. Yeah. But you guys have been noticing that I'm skinny. Actually, been bringing it to my. I want you guys to know, skinny people don't like being called skinny. It's like, please don't do that. Get off of that furniture like that. People talk about, people when people say fat is negative, but people think when you call someone skinny or talk about them losing weight that it's not negative. It's very negative. Most of the time, very petite women, they don't like to be like as petite, like they don't like to be that skinny. So when you constantly tell me like I'm skinny or I'm losing a lot of weight, I live with myself every single day. I probably know this. It's actually very mean, actually very hurtful. Okay, so typically I'm like a very confident person, very bubbly, very happy, but this has just taken every bit of light and happiness from me, and that's not what this page was supposed to be.
There you go. So my takeaway from that, she's in the fire. She's in the fire. She's not the first. She won't be the last that's in the fire. And when you're in the fire, it's time to learn a lesson. It's time to learn a lesson. It's time to evaluate. It's time to self-reflect. It's time to gain an understanding. It's time to lean on your faith. It's so much that needs to take place when you are in the fire. Everyone at some point in their life have been there. And what it took to get out of that reflection, like that's no one's exempt from having to put the work in, regardless on how cute you are, how many followers you have, how many subscribers you have, how many white men chasing after you, how desirable you are. No one's exempt from putting in the work, including Rose. Rose right now she's feeling it, but all that she can do at this point is just try to is point the finger at who contributed to her getting there. She's not doing any self-reflection. She's not doing any self-reflection, which means she's not taking accountability. Lisa said, word of the day, accountability. I like that. And I agree. That's basically the premise of my message. It's all about accountability. You have to be accountable for yourself, because at the end of the day, see, here's the thing that a lot of people get caught up in. And this is what Rose is guilty of. And I think that's why she gets addicted to the comments and listening to what people have to say, what they think about her, is because she doesn't have a good understanding that with change, we can't outwardly try to change somebody. I can't say, Lisa, I need for you to change. Amanda, I need for you to change. It doesn't work that way. What I can do, I can change. I can change how I interact with you, which as a result can change how you respond to me. You see what I did? I'm controlling myself in effort to get a different type of result. That's all we can do. That's all any of us can do. So with Rose, she's saying she's getting this response from all these people from wherever. And she's focused on trying to change all of these people from wherever. And it doesn't work that way. She will drive herself insane, literally trying to change people, trying to control their actions, their behaviors, their thoughts, how they feel about her, what they think about her. She will spend a lifetime of misery trying to do that, because guess what? It ain't gonna work. So she's gonna be in her feelings and she's gonna be crying again once a quarter, because that's not how it works. The only thing we can do is change ourselves. And more often than not, when we change ourselves, things that surrounding us starts to change. I believe in energy. Like attracts like. Positive energy attracts positive energy. So if you focus on the change in yourself, and as I say, be that light that you want shown unto you, you want people to show up in that same way to you. You have to be that very thing. So Rose wanting to show up to people with love and open arms. Well, Rose, the way that works is that you show up in that way with love and open arms to your husband, your children, to the people who come across your platform, to those who you encounter in public. You be that very thing. That's how it works. That's how you create change. It starts from you. You are the change. You are the change. And people don't get that. But that's where change comes from. That's where change comes from. And I didn't learn that lesson overnight. We've all experienced where at some point we were trying actually actively to change someone, or hoping they just need to change. When all along it wasn't even about them and whatever change. It was about you and you making a change. You making a change. And if you're not happy with how someone is showing up for you, guess what, bro? Guess what, sis? You need to move around and do something different, because we can't change people. We can change ourselves with the intent to get a different result, a better result. And oftentimes that's what happens. That's what happens. We change our energy, we change our spirit. If you have a mean, nasty spirit, nasty disposition about you, ain't nobody trying to be around you and say whisper sweet nothings to you. People pick that up. They pick up the energy. Rose, people pick up the energy that you have just between your children. So because of that, it has people to match that energy. You remember I said like attracts like, because people aren't here with how you're showing up for your babies. So therefore, they're like, F that be whatever. I don't care about her. You see what I'm saying? Versus if she over there and they're seeing her just loving on them babies, all of them, then it's going to be love naturally coming to her. That's how this ish work. I don't have the same type of energy coming from me as Rose have coming for her, because I have a different type of energy that I give off. Y'all see how this works? It's your energy. You have to stop at some point and self-reflect. What kind of energy am I giving off? Am I giving off positive energy? Sometimes we're like, damn, why I keep getting this cloud over me? Why I got all this negative energy? Stop and think about what kind of energy you're giving out. What is your message? What is your delivery? What they say sometimes is not what you say, is how you say. Yeah, all that makes a difference if you care about the response. Because you got some people out here be like, I don't care what nobody think. I don't care this, and that. But though you care when they not showing up for you, when they're not responsive to you. So which is it? Do you care or do you not care? You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. So if you care about how someone responds to you, you have to give a damn about how you're showing up for them, how you're responding to them. That's the way it works. It doesn't, y'all, child, it doesn't go one way. It's a two-way street. It's a relationship. That's how a relationship work. That's how a relationship works. Jean says Rose have a million subs, but worried about what people say about her. That's the part that's the narcissism in her. That's the control in her. Child, when I say that, child remind me so much of Cardi B, so much of her. It's the desire to just gotta control everything, and you can't control everything. You can't control nothing. You can just control yourself, and it's just it baffles me how hard it is for people to understand that you can't control somebody. Like you drive yourself insane trying to do it. And that's what's going on with Rose. Rose, Rose, you got the whole internet at your fingertips. You literally think that you can control everybody around the world from your keyboard, from your phone? No wonder why you losing it now, because you can't do that. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not. Rose needs to, she needs to lie into her faith. I don't know what her faith is like, but she needs to, that's the only place where she needs to go with all of this, because prayer works. Rose needs prayer. She needs the Lord to fix it. She needs healing to come down. She needs healing upon herself. And with that's going to be the change that I'm talking about. That's going to come within. It's going to bring that mental, that clarity for her to see things differently, see the world differently. So she's going to show up differently, and in turn have different experiences. Next thing you know, like she just moving differently. Her brand is different. It's never too late to turn it around, but you got to be willing to put the work in. And it doesn't, your day one isn't until the day you acknowledge what you need to do and start putting in the work. You can't just cry about it. What they say, don't talk about it, be about it. Rose has to put that work in. She has to put that work in. And Brett needs to keep it real with her and let her know the areas that she needs to improve in. Because I don't know if her mama has tried to tell her, other siblings have. She said the family don't F with her. Why? Why is that? You're the common denominator. I talk about the common denominator. It can't be everybody around you fault. You're the common denominator. What the fuck are you doing? What are you giving off to have people be like, I don't want to F with you? Like, child, like there is something there. If you got multiple people, like groups that they're like, I'm staying over here away from you, you have to self-reflect, because that means there's something going on with you. Something ain't right with you if all these people are having an issue with you. And you can find reasons all day long to say, well, what they done to you, it's their fault or whatever. But no. How are you showing up? How is your delivery? You might be a person, well, I just keep it real with it. Okay, well, how's your delivery? Because what's the point of keeping it real if your delivery is so off-putting that people are closed off to you? You have to try to figure out, so it's a balance. You got to figure out how to meet the people where they are. I like to always say, I can meet anybody where they are. I can talk to a homeless person on the corner, and I can talk to a professor. Like I can meet people where they are. I don't lead with anything pertaining to like my background that some of you kind of come to learn over time. I don't lead to that. Y'all, I guarantee y'all didn't know that about me from the first time you probably, early on came across my content, because I don't lead with any of that. Because I want you to see me, who I am, who's standing before you. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. I don't want you to be focused on what's on my resume, what school I went to, what my education. I don't want you to focus on that. Hear my words. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? That is what I want. Because that's what it's about. It's about the experience. It's about the experience. When I think about, and I'll let you, and I don't think about this often, but I do think about it. I think about when the day I'm no longer here, people learn I'm no longer here. I think about how they feel. Will they show up for me to say final words? And what will they say about me? What will they say their experience was with me? Because that's what it's about. That's what I think about. Because I want to be an experience anytime I encounter somebody. Anytime any of you click on any of my videos and hear me, I want you to be able to say that was some shit, something that I said that was a takeaway that you were able to go out and apply. I think about my life in that way. How did I make this person feel? That's what I live for, child. I'm all about the experience. I want you to experience me. That's how I am. And that's how I like, to make people feel good. And that's why I have healthy relationships. It's just that simple. I want people to feel good. So I want you to make me feel good. So y'all see, it's a two-way street. I'm not out here on this internet beefing with nobody. I never have. Because this energy that I'm giving you all, this is me at all times. This was me in school, in my real life. So I'm always that person that people run to, because I'm so neutral to where it's just like, she don't have them damn problems. because I know what's important and I value relationships. I value relationships, so I'm not into burning bridges. I value relationships, and I see you. Each person that I meet, that I build relationship, I see you. I see you, and I meet you where you are. So I'm not comparing you to me, and I'm not comparing you to the next person. I see you. We're talking about you. So I just want to uplift you. So wherever you at in life, if you download whatever, wherever it is, I want to help raise you and elevate you so you can get to that wherever you're trying to go. That's what I do for anyone whom I encounter. I will damn boost the hell out you. That's just my thing, child. You're not going to be walking around me with low self-esteem. That's why I say, if I knew Rose in person, these are the type of things that I would say to her. Sis, come on, we got to clean this up. What we doing over here? Let's talk about it. We need to do better. Okay, what we gonna do? We gonna write out a game plan because this shit ain't working. This ain't wipe your damn tears. You have your, like, I'm that chick to where you call me in your tears, and I'm gonna be here for your tears for a little bit. But goddamn it, you ain't calling me tomorrow with no tears. No, we did that yesterday. It's today. It's time to put the work in. What we doing? What we doing today? It's about putting the work in because that's the only way you progress. I'm that chick. I'm not going to just pacify you and like regret you and rub you on your back, or people come in the chat while she on her knees, pat her on the back. And that's not me. You're not getting that out of me. But because you're not getting that out of me, you're getting boosted. You're getting that strength to get up, dust yourself off, and to keep going. Because I have poured into you to let you know we fall down, but we get up. We need Donnie McClurkin plan. We fall down, but we get up. We can cry. I mean, because I entertain your cries. I'm going to give you your little day. But that's about it. Tomorrow, no, what we doing? Okay, what's our game plan? What we say we doing? All right, yeah, bet. We about to do this, and that. Game time, game time. That's life. Game time. We got to get back in the game. We don't stay lying down. So Rose, that's all she knows. She just stays lying down, stays in that victimist mode. Focus on what somebody done unto her. And then she got somebody bread on the sidelines. Yeah, I don't know why they doing that to you. That's not what the fuck she needs to hear. That's not what she needs to hear. What she needs to hear is how she can turn this issue around, how she can grow, how she can develop, how she can show up in a different way. Here, peep this. If so many people, Rose, are saying, I see a difference in treatment between your older kids and the younger kids. But there is something there. Get out your ass, get out your way. There is something there. There is something there if people in droves are saying the same thing. Everybody ain't crazy. You don't want to talk about stats. If the statistics show that more people than not feel this way, then child, there is something there. Get out of your way. Get out of your way. People ain't just pulling ish out their ass. Like it's something there. It's something there. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Maybe, you got all this shit is on, it's recorded, as I say in my walking chat. Y'all need to make sure y'all check me out when I do my walking chat, because I don't have a video to assess and to pause and to talk about. Y'all, I just spit it out. So it's just a lot that I say when I do those, and those have been like during the day. I started doing those over the weekend. But I said that because she's documenting everything on the internet, even her children, her older children later, when they want to try to address her with some things pertaining to the unfair treatment, they're going to have video footage to go back to bring to her and say, Exhibit A, this day right here. You see how my little damn badass brother came and did that shit right there? Then me and my brother came over here and all we did is this, and you just went ham on us or looked at us a certain way. That's the issue we're talking about. They're going to have the proof that they need to support their argument. So what I'm saying is, Rose, if you're hearing a lot of these people having these comments pertaining to you and how you're showing up, go back and replay the footage. Go back and look at it. Go back and look at it. Because it's there. You just don't want to see it, and you just don't want to acknowledge it. For whatever reason, you don't want to be wrong. You got to be right. No, I'm not doing nothing. Okay, well, keep living in that. I ain't doing nothing wrong. Okay, well, you're going to continue to get these same results that are not favorable for you. because you choose to still live in damn denial. Okay. You go ahead and live in denial. I used to let us saying when Dr. Oz, when they're telling some damn shit, he'd be like, okay, well, how is that working for you? How is that working for you? Because some people, they want to just still do what they've been doing and not change. Okay, how has that been working for you? Because if it hasn't been working for you, what the fuck? Why are you pushing me and fight me on trying to do something different if you can sit and acknowledge that what you've been doing hasn't been working? What you've been doing hasn't been working. So why are we fighting about trying to do something different? Petal said, you're right, Sheik. Her husband is an enabler and a failure as a husband and a dad. The money is more important than her mental health. It's the priorities. So many people just got their priorities mixed up at the expense of their mental health. How much is your mental health worth to you? That's a question for everyone who's listening. What is your mental health worth to you? How much? Is there a value on it? Like, what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go for the sake of your mental health? Rose showed Friday, she had over $9,000 in a bank account. And now 3-4 days later, she's sitting crying on the internet, talking about basically how miserable she is. Think about what Rose did to accumulate that money that she showed in the bank. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? That's the question, Rose. Was it worth it? Amanda says she doesn't listen to listen. She listens to respond. A lot of us are guilty of that. I know I've been there, where you just, you think you got the answer and you ain't trying to hear that person out. But if you keep still getting the same shitty results, you got to stop and like, okay, let me think. Okay. All right. Let me listen to what the hell you saying then. You got to get in that energy of, okay, let me woo-saw. Okay, now what you say again? What you say I be doing? Because this shit over here ain't working. So I'm willing to hear you out today. I wasn't willing to listen yesterday, but damn it, life is kicking my ass. In the words of Rose, life is kicking my arse. I need to do something different. I'm ready now. And sometimes it be about us not being ready. But when you're ready, you're ready. Rose, are you ready? Are you ready for change? Are you ready for different results? Are you ready to put that work in? Are you ready to put that work in, sis? Because nobody's exempt from putting work in, no matter how successful you see anybody out there. Beyonce wasn't exempt from putting no work in. Michael Jackson wasn't exempt for putting no work in. Like everybody at some point, you got to put the work in order to get results. That's how it works. Who wants to work all hard like that? But you think about what's most important, the win or the work. You're like, damn, I want the results from the win. Okay, I'm going to put this work in. Okay, I hear you. I'm going to do it. That's how it works. Game time. Game time. I don't know if any of y'all listen to Willie D. He said a saying, he's a content creator. Also, he was a member. What was he? Part of the Ghetto Boys? A rap group. And he said back when his dream was to be a rapper, and he used to be, Willie D said he was mean. Nobody was frying chicken at KFC no damn where harder than he was. He said they was strategically, specifically, people would come to the KFC. I think Willie, I don't know, Willie from New York, whatever. I think he might be from New York. He said, they would come to his location because that's how that's how he got down on the fried chicken at the KFC. But he always knew his dream was to be a rapper. And he would tell himself that right now, I'm setting myself up right now to do what I don't want to do. So therefore, one day I can do what it is that I want to do. So sometimes we temporarily, like we're doing shit we don't want to do. Lord, I don't feel like going to school teaching these damn kids. They don't tap down to my last damn nerves. But you got something that you're working on that's going to pop off one day, that's going to have you working for yourself and not having to do whatever it is that you're doing, your teacher, whatever it is. So you're doing right now what you don't want to do in effort to set you up to one day do what you want to do. And so everything starts with like, what's your thought process on things? How do you approach it? How do you approach it? It's okay to temporarily do something that you're not really feeling like, oh, I hate this job. But you know it's the gateway, or oh, I hate going to school, but you know it's setting you up to one day be doing what you love. That's what it's called when you put that work in. You got to put that work in. Put the work in. Put the work in. The results will come. The fruits of your labor will come. You just got to be willing to put the work in. Rose, it's time for you to put the work in. And the work for Rose is her self-healing. She needs to stop lying about going to counseling, because there's no way she should be sitting on the internet doing what she's doing. Rose needs to be in somebody's office. Somebody's office. Saying all that, whatever she just said, she needs to be telling a professional. She needs to be telling a psychiatrist or a therapist. She needs to be in somebody's office. So therefore, they can give her guidance and help her navigate through her thoughts and emotions. Because by her just getting on the internet and reading these comments, like, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Get off the internet. Somebody in these comments saying this, she needs to get off the internet. I said this earlier when I seen the video. Rose needs to get off the internet. And I understand this is where her income comes from. But she got to figure out, she got to get off the internet. She needs a break. She needs a break. She's, what would you want to call? She has burnout. She's burned out. She needs a break. Get off the internet. She got to figure it out. You know, she got to figure out, okay, if she can get off the internet for a certain amount of time, how that's going to affect the money. But I'm sure even a professional, a therapist, somebody would even recommend she do the same thing. You got to take a break. You need to get off the internet. You got to get off the internet, and you have to take care of yourself, because ain't no way you're going to be able to do the work while still going and jumping in front of the camera. It don't work that way. You got to sit over here and let's work. Let's try to get through some stuff. Then maybe you can go back and show up in a different way. But I need your attention. This is the message the doctor need to be saying. I need your attention. I need for you to do these things. We need to get you to a better place. And maybe the reality is that the internet isn't for her. Maybe that's something that will come out of counseling. You're not strong enough for the internet, at least not at this season in your life, because you're too broken. You're too broken to handle the internet. You're not strong enough. You're not healed enough to handle the internet. The internet is tough. These people come, like, we see them come in the comments. I have them come, but it doesn't faze me on that level, because I'm a very strong minded. I'm strong. Listen, child, it ain't hit me like that. Rose got to get off the internet. She cannot handle the internet right now at this season. And I'm not saying she got to stay gone forever, but right now, while she's going through her healing, she needs to get off the internet. Sorry, Rose, you need to get off the internet. It's okay. Maybe somehow you can come up. You mentioned you have other businesses, you got your products, but you got to find something else to do. You got to find something else to do for the sake of your mental health, because if you're not good, you can't be good for your babies. It's sad, while she was there, and I just let the video play. It was only like 20 minutes. So I didn't even want to stop it, do no commentary. I wanted her to say all that she had to say. And the fact that her babies are sitting there and they're taking on, look, they feel her energy. They're taking on that. You guys think that they're not impacted by that? That they're not feeling that when a mama is going through some stuff, whether she brought it on or not? They don't know. They just know that they're feeling it. They just know that they're feeling it. I can always tell when the little baby is feeling her energy, because he's more fussy. Y'all remember when they was in that little ass Airbnb before they moved into where they was at, and that baby was always whining and crying. Always. I never seen that baby smile during those days. The day one of them going to the new apartment, he had the biggest smile on his face. I stopped hearing him be all whining and stuff. He was playful. He had a different energy about him because his mama felt better. He was pulling from her energy. Hell, he literally always attached to her, so he's feeling everything. And I noticed the difference. That baby been smiling ever since. He be having a big old smile. I'm like, oh my God, look at his smile. It's so big and bright. But I wasn't seeing that when they were in that first Airbnb. He was always frowned up, crying. I wasn't seeing the baby I see today. I wasn't seeing that baby. I was not seeing that baby. So Rose got to think about that it's bigger than her. It's about her babies. It's about her babies as well. And that somebody, as she was speaking on people talking about her arguing in front of the kids and all of that, I think that adults can control what type of conversations they have, amongst themselves. When you have children, you can control it. There will be times when maybe the kids may hear some conversations or pick up, something ain't right, but it shouldn't be a norm that they see you just bicker and argue. That shouldn't be the norm. It should be far few and in between, where they're like, yeah, I mean, I rarely heard them, or I didn't really see it, or I'd never seen it. It should be that. It should be to the minimum, because you want children to stay in a child's place. And right now with her sons, while they were sitting on the side of her saying this or whatever, leave my mama alone, this is putting children in an adult place. They're not in a child's place. So guess what? As they're going through their day, their mind is set thinking about, well, I wonder how my mom's doing. I hope nobody's being mean to her on the internet. They got to go to school. Well, somebody pointed out the kids didn't go to school today. I don't know. She is 6 hours behind, but it seems like at the time of with her being on the recording, no, the babies, they weren't at school. Who knows if it was a free day, it wasn't any school in Hawaii. I don't know. But the point of the matter is that they were there in the mix as we often see them. And that is not good. She needs to try to separate them and allow for them to be children. Allow for them to have most of their life not being in front of a camera. Just allow for them to have their regular, just a childhood experience. And when they get older, if they choose to say, oh, mom, I want a YouTube channel, whatever, you guys talk about it. But right now, let them be kids. Don't have them always happen, because I feel like Rose treats the husband and kids as employees. Everybody is on the Rose staff, the YouTube staff. And that's not fair. That's why we saw the change in energy when the nanny came and all the kids were surrounding her. And I bet you that nanny couldn't breathe. But at the same time, she felt the love, because they were like, oh, wow. Like they just enjoyed her, because they enjoyed it being about them for a change, and not being about trying to show up for mama in front of the camera so she can make money or whatever they know. I don't know if she tells them, hey, we got to make money, so we got to do this. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if she tell them that. Like, listen, y'all got to do this because it's how we make money to eat. I don't know. But it was definitely good to see those kids be children and be around an adult whose attention was just on them and nothing else. She made each one of them just feel like they were just special. And they really enjoyed that and appreciated that. Rose, you can tell she appreciated her being there. I'm going to say that she, like we talk about how she damn shortchanging her, ain't paying her enough. But you can tell that Rose appreciated her being there, being able to help her out. Parenting is hard. It's a lot. It is a lot. Queen Soldier said her mother is not a good mother figure in her life. She too busy trying to act young. Like, y'all, it's like a domino effect. Like, so think about how Rose kids are going to be when they get older, if this is what Rose is given as a mother. And these are her young kings, young men. Who are they learning, or who will they emulate manhood after? What do y'all think these kids are going to be giving, coming off of having Brett as an example? Child, I don't even want to think about that. Adonis, get your kids. Get your kids. Get your kids, because ain't no fucking way you should be able to be sleeping at night knowing that that's who the hell they got to look up for, because he don't know his ass from his face. He don't know. And how you know he don't know is because look how his wife is. See, y'all, when you're married, like you're a representation of your partner. So Rose is a representation of her husband. So if Rose is on the internet broken like this is a representation of him and how he's showing up for her. Because ain't no effing way she should be like this with a husband there. He should be helping her. He should be built. He's not doing any of that. That's why she's feeling like she's going through it all on her own. She's not feeling nothing. He's just physically there. He's just a body. That's all. He's doing nothing. Because if he was doing something, she wouldn't be on the damn internet broken down like that for the second time this summer. She did it in July, early July, and now she's doing it in August. We ain't even in September yet. So that goes to show of how he's not showing up for her as a support. Meaning he's not telling her what she needs to hear. So therefore she can get into a better place mentally and emotionally. She talked about, I didn't know until now. Wait, she says, well, she's 5'2", 110 pounds. She's tiny. She says she can't put weight on. She's stressed, but that's because she's dealing with stuff. Rose got a lot of demons. I told y'all she ain't sleeping at night. She ain't sleeping at night. So she ain't sleeping and she's not eating and she can't keep weight on because she ain't living right. She got a lot. She needs a cleansing, child. The Rose needs a cleansing. She needs prayer. She needs counseling. She needs a lot of things. She needs work. She needs work. But many people have been there who've needed work and they've gotten it. She needs work, but she got to recognize it and be willing to put in the work. And I feel like she can get better. She can see better days, but she got to be willing to put in the work. She didn't say anything in the video that made me to believe that she was. So I'm not going to go there and say that she's there, but I do recognize that she's going through it. And it's because of what she's been giving out into the universe. That's why she's going through it. Lil Sizzle said, after saying she wanted to end it, this is a very real concern. If CPS saw that video, they need to arm her with resources or point her in the direction for help. I agree. Mental illness, it's a big thing. Rose sounds like to me she struggles with depression. She sounds like she struggles with depression. She's depressed. And there's a lot of side effects to depression. Alarming side effects. She needs to get help, like ASAP, like right now. Like log off. Find you somebody on the internet who you can schedule an appointment to go see tomorrow. One day soon, while the kids are at school. Get you an appointment that would take place while the kids at school. Brett, maybe you need to take off work so you can sit at home with the other two little ones, but your wife needs to go and get help now. She needs it now. I see it. She needs it. She's there. She's having, what do you call that? An episode. She's there. Kim says that Queen, her mother is living life. All her kids grown. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, they're grown. See, I don't feel like there's anything that Janarda necessarily needs to be doing for Rose at this point or her kids. We're dealing with what Rose did, what she believes she didn't get as a child. That's what we're seeing play out. Because y'all, I talk to y'all, just because you don't deal with ish don't mean that it just magically go away. When stuff wasn't dealt with when Rose was a kid, she's been dealing with it still. She's now 29, about to be 30. It didn't damn go away just because she got older, Janarda got older, Rose got married, had kids. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. That's why Rose has to go and get help and learn how to deal with her trauma, try to get some type of closure to these open wounds, because she has a lot of open wounds. And I don't put the responsibility on her mother. Because guess what? Mama got her own issue that she's dealing with too, whether she's choosing to deal with it or not. She got her own stuff too. They both got their own stuff. So they have to be on their own separate healing paths. And at some point, maybe once they got their individual healings, they can find themselves to one another in the middle, where now they both can sit and have a conversation. But right now they can't do that because neither one of them have dealt with their ish. They've just been pacifying it, masking it. And y'all, this is what this is where we at. This is where we at. And this is gonna be as good as it gets until they go and do that. It's not gonna get any better, y'all. It it's not gonna get any better. Chosen One says she's breaking down because the receipts are in, the recordings, the text. Exactly. That was my first thought when I saw it. For years, Rose had control of the narrative. There was nobody else who was on the internet telling a different version of her story. And Miss Champagne said Rose would tell her, well, you only got 200 subscribers. Ain't nobody going to listen to you. So what? Champagne wasn't talking. But Champagne built relationships with people who had more than 200 subscribers, people who were willing to listen to her, people who had a pretty big following. Rose didn't expect for that to happen. She didn't expect for that woman to create relationships with other people on the internet. She did not see that coming. Rose been shook ever since Champagne hit the internet this month. She ain't been right ever since. She been spiraling ever since, because it's like, oh my God, there's somebody else telling a different version of the events that have happened in my life or our lives. Champagne like, no, bitch, wait a minute now. If you're going to tell it right. Tell it right. And Rose don't like that. So now it's just like, oh my God, okay, she's talking. I can't control her talking. Let me try to get the people to just focus on me. Let me just tell them how it's impacting me. You know, she's just sitting in that victimhood where she's been sitting at since she was a child. That's a spot. That's her comfort spot. That's her recliner, to sit in that. So people like us recognize that, because she wasn't doing all of this prior to this woman coming on the internet, when she just only had her story out there. But now it's another version, baby. She like, wait a damn minute. You need to shut the hell up, Champagne. Stop talking. And then Champagne like, no, bitch, you shut the hell up. You've been talking for the past 4 years. It's my turn. I got the floor. And that's the energy that we're seeing. That's the energy, because Champagne ain't been talking. We didn't know who Champagne was. We just got to learn who this woman was. But more people, she has more people now are like starting to be like, okay, with Champagne, I heard what Rose been saying, but what you saying, it sound like it's making more sense. So now what you said, girl, that had happened, you said she did what? She said what? Because it makes sense. Her story makes sense. Whereas the stuff that Rose say, it's just like, oh, wow. Champagne even said on Tosh Mob Live, I think it was the one last night, she said, Rose is so good, y'all. She said, if I wasn't a player in this story, a character in this story, she would have had me going. Champagne said she would have had me going like, damn, why they keep effing with her? Because that's how good she is. But she said because she a part of the story, that's how she knows better. Like, this bitch a whole lie. She a whole damn lie, because she's a part of the story. So think about it. Many of you have come in here and said, yeah, I was a Rose, but she had me going until this day, where y'all can stop and say what day it was when y'all dropped off, when y'all left the garden, when y'all stopped effing with the flower. Y'all got those days. And many of you say your day was when she went in on the husband. I never rocked with her like that. I just knew who she was. But the day she went on her husband, that's what had me to blow off the dust on StreamYard and come and talk about it. Because even though I didn't follow her, I knew what her message was. So when she cussed the husband out, it's like, hold up now. Hold the hell up. This ain't what she been saying, because her shit come all up and down my damn timeline. Even if I ain't even subscribed to her, the Rose shit is just all up and down my my YouTube. And so I knew what she was pushing, and it was quite the contrary to what she was saying the night she cussed her husband out. So my first thought was, damn, did she defraud these? I know she didn't goddamn lie to these people all the way to 1 million subscribers. That was my first thought. And I wasn't hearing anybody at that time on that day when people started airing out these recordings touch on that point. So I so happen to have a platform. So I'm like, well, hell, let me go on my own shit. I can talk my shit. I got my own platform. So let me go out there and just say what's on my mind. And that's literally what I did. because I'm like, I know damn well she done damn deep for all these people all the way to 1 million subscribers. And guess what? People start coming in. Yes, bitch. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And it just became this conversation. And here we are today with 270 people, 79 people watching. 283 people watching. Oh, we got all the way up to over 300 people watching. That's what happened. So it made me to be like, no, you ain't crazy, because I had to go on the internet and be like, it had coming out here on the internet had me to test out and be like, am I the only one thinking this way? And I wasn't. There was other people who shared the same sentiments. Like, nah, you right. You right. She bamboozled. You're right. You're right. What they say, like minds, they will gravitate. Like you find your tribe. So if it's not your space, it's not your space. But if it is, I welcome you, because I've just been over here trying to figure ish out. And with your help, we've been putting things together. I learned so much from each and every one of you, which is why I like to go through the comments. That's my thing over here. Pete, you all like that. I go through the comments because what you guys say, it piques my interest, because it's like maybe you throw out some things that I hadn't even thought about, just as I may throw out some things you hadn't thought. Y'all see, we build together. That's what it's all about. We just over here building, trying to figure ish out, because it was one of that energy. I know you effing lying. That's what was given when she cussed the husband out. It was like the world said, I know, collectively in unison, I know you effing lying. That is what it's like I heard the world say, because everybody was shooketh. People who ain't never covered any of Rose's content covered her. Men and women. You had people starting up new channels, people switching gears from the content. Y'all, I was on my fitness journey. I literally learned about the cussing out after I literally had ended doing a fitness video, and I was catching my breath, and on my phone a recommendation came up and it was playing the recording of her cussing out, and I'm like, I know you effing lying, like what the whole world was saying in unison. And that's when that day I went online and I spoke my piece, and I've been coming here speaking my piece ever since. But that's where it came from, because I was like, damn, like lies will catch up to you. And I looked at it as though like, wow, her lies have caught up to her. And she been windmilling, fighting the internet ever since, trying to get back to that place of where she was before she even flipped out on him. And she hasn't been able to get there. She hasn't been able to get there. And I don't think there's any turning back for Rose to get to where she was. But I think Rose can get to a different place than where she is now. Meaning that she can maybe spark up a journey of healing, trying to grow, trying to be a better version of herself. She has to rebrand herself, but she has to be genuine with it. She has to rebrand herself. NYC Diva says, controlling narcissist ways. She's being exposed. Her lies are unfolding, always calling people broken, ugly, but lifestyle's not adding up to what she's putting out. Yes, it's the season. It's the time of reveal. It's being revealed. The wolves has been, pulled from over. Like everything is coming to light. She can't hide anymore. So now it's the breaking point of like, oh my God, everything is crumbling. The plan I had it's not working out. I try to come up with these ideas. It's not working. What's going on? Ever since I hit 1 million subscribers, life's been different. But it's not really about the fact that you hit 1 million subscribers. It's about the fact that just how you got there. How you got there and how you've been struggling to kind of stay there, because it wasn't built on a strong foundation. Jean said Rose did all of this to herself, and I agree. I agree. Like many of us with these results we getting in life, these are results we're bringing on to ourselves, and we got to stop and figure out why that is. What the hell are we doing? You got to go with that. What the hell am I doing? Ask the Lord, what do you want from me? In your Tyrese voice, what do you want from me? Ask and you shall receive. Ask him. Ask for that message to be sent to you. He will send it. But you better have your ears open to listen. You better receive it. And it may not be what you want to hear, but he'll send it. Ask him. Tashma says, what's about to be revealed is unbelievable. She should have champagne. alone. She should have left Champagne alone. That's what happened because Champagne said for years, I did not talk. What they say, what you wake up the bear. Champagne said, I didn't talk for years. She didn't. We didn't know who the hell Champagne was. We knew Adonis was, but she's right. Rose never mentioned Champagne's name. I didn't even learn Adonis' name from Rose. I think I learned the name probably from Tosh Mob. I never heard Rose say any of their names. I think I might have learned it from Tosh, but I never heard Rose say their names. But, baby, they saying her name. They're saying her name. Sweet Pea says she's been a victim since I first watched her a year ago. She created their online personality off of lies of victimhood. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa says, hello to everyone joining. Tap the like button on the way in. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. What are likes looking like? We at 149. I appreciate it. That's a good number. I appreciate y'all. It's 275 in the building, but I appreciate you. Please continue to hit the like button as you come on in, share, subscribe. Listen, this is what we do over here. If any of you are new to my channel, we shoot the breeze. We learn some things. We review content. And it's not just, about bashing. We don't just go in on roles. Like literally, we talk about ish to learn from, how to grow, how to be better. That's what it's about. That's where growth comes in. Foxhole said at Lil Sizzle, to be honest, once you threaten to delete yourself, that should be automatic hospitalization. So y'all know my background, mental health. That is like you definitely getting sent to the mental health facility. If somebody reports that in minimum 3 days, you will be there. Was that 72? You got the minimum 72-day hold, minimum. So that is how it works. And you are not leaving until you talk with someone like myself who's trying to understand how the hell we got here. Now, what was you saying? Why was you saying that? And what are we going to put in place? What type of tools we're going to use when life gets to lifing? What treatment plan? I'm writing out that treatment plan before you even leave the facility. So that's what I did. I used to work. That's where I had to get my hours in when I was in school. I had to work at a mental health facility. I had to work in it. So listen, I see him, patients come in, I meet with them, assess them, talk to them, and we do the treatment. I write out the treatment plan. What we gonna do? What's our action plan? How we get here? What we gonna do? Who do you have as supports? What we doing? What we doing? Who can I call? Like all of that, all of that. All of that. May Moses says, amen, Sheik. Amen. Amen. Right. Sheen says, right, Sheik. And you all, I'm not even a religious person. I'm very spiritual. And I just understand that we can't do it alone. We cannot do it alone. We need each other, and we need what we cannot see. We need the energy of those. Like, listen, child, when you need to rely on something that's bigger than you, because life is hard. It is hard. You go through some things and you just like, damn, why me? What the hell did I do? I'm just trying to live. And we don't have the answers. But you can pray about it and you can get relief. You can get the answer sent to you, or you can pray for relief and you can start seeing changes, in your life. So, I mean, change can come if you want it. If you want it bad enough, you can have change. Chosen One says it's ironic that the very brown children that she neglects are the ones comforting her. I've said this before. I feel like as the babies get older, the ones that's going to have her back the most will be those children. When she's going through it that day, because I don't see Brett being there forever. I see those oldest children being the ones there, just taking care of her if she's in need, because Rose will get old one day. I see her two oldest ones being there in a way that the two youngest ones will not be there for her. And a lot of times, what do you call that? What's that? The effect where Stockholm syndrome. It's like the Stockholm syndrome where that person who wasn't being the nicest to you or maybe abusive to you and all of that, you still steady kind of show up for them and make up excuses and you're still attached to them. That's the Stockholm syndrome. So that's a real thing. It's a real thing. That's why I always think about, as I say, we got to keep the babies lifted, because I think about as they grow, what type of young men are they going to grow into? What is their mindset's going to be like? Are they going to gravitate to women who treat them the same way? Are they going to not want to be with a woman that looks like their mother because of how they saw that she treated them? Are they going to have in their mind, white is right, so I need to get with the lightest girl around because mommy always doted over my brothers who were light. My stepdaddy was white, so maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Light is right, so maybe I need to go over here and date her and have a family with her so I can have beautiful kids that look like my brother. You see, it's psychological. It's deep. It's psychological. So it's so many ways it can go. It's so many ways it can go, but it's going to play out. Either way, whichever way it go, it is going to play out. And however it plays out, it's going to be rooted in their childhood experience. Just like how Rose's life is playing out, is rooted in her childhood experience. You see, it just keeps going. It's generational. It keeps going. Because mostly, especially in the Black community, y'all, Black people don't like counseling. They be like, and I got Jesus. I ain't telling nobody my business. They can't help me. Or I went to one counselor. It didn't work. They was like a one and done. I didn't like her. I didn't like him. All kinds of excuses to not go. But I believe it's rooted in not wanting to do the work, not wanting to work through the pain because it's uncomfortable to talk about trauma. So it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. So you come up with all these reasons to not do it because it doesn't make you feel warm and fuzzy when you talk about it. Who wants to feel like, everybody wants to feel good, and like talking about that, it just don't make you feel good. It's just like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know how many of you all have ever at some point gotten into the Braxton family values. I didn't before. Right now they have this, the Braxtons are back. And I've been following that this time because, child, when they were out years ago, I just wasn't ready. It was just too much. I was young. I was having babies, raising kids. I couldn't do goddamn Tamar and trying to have kids. Listen, y'all know she a whole damn lot. I had to pick a struggle, and I couldn't goddamn do the Braxtons. But now that I'm in a different place in my life, I'm like, I think I can handle the Tamar right now. But watch that show because they go through counseling and they hit on a lot of the things that I talked to you all about as far as with the healing and how you if you don't deal with it, it's still there and it's just piled on top of stuff, and people try to ignore it and think that, okay, if we don't talk about it, it's not a thing, or say just even talking about it, it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't feel good just talking about it or thinking about it. That is normal, but you got to work through that. So I strongly recommend assignment. Check out The Braxtons Are Back, and they've aired, I think, up to 3 episodes. Watch that. It's very deep if you're interested in just what it looks like as I talk about trauma and healing, because they sit down with a counselor, a grief counselor, because y'all know one of the Braxtons, Tracy, died. And so they talk about that, but it's very good because I think many of us can, from just watching that session and listening to the ladies talk, you'll be able to find somebody or something to pull out of that to relate to and be like, damn, I know that makes sense. And it may not feel good to even watch it because, like I said, we don't want to acknowledge our pain, our realities, but it's a lot. My thing is, if you can sit and listen to me damn talk about what I've been talking about for an hour and 42 minutes, you can watch that show that's only like 30 minutes without the commercials. You can get through that, because it's so much to learn, but it echoes like these things that I'm saying. And maybe that doctor may say it in a different way that I'm saying it. But the moral of the story is we got to deal with our stuff, because when we don't deal with our stuff, it just becomes this generational type thing that just keeps passing on. And you just continue to have friction in the family, and it's an entire mess. It's an entire mess. And y'all wonder why Tamar gives what Tamar gives. What I say, get to know the family. That's why I like to get to know someone's story, learn someone's story, because it helps you to understand that person. So even say we're watching them, it maybe help you to understand what it is that she's giving, the why behind it, even though she's in her 40s. Like, she's the baby. So everybody else is even older than that. But this is generational. And one thing that stood out to me that the mama said, she said, I raised my kids. Did she? No, she didn't say it. Tony said it. Tony Braxton. That's so fun fact about me. Tony, top two favorite, tied for favorite artists, music artists are Tony Braxton and Shantae Moore. So they're my favorites. So Tony said, and y'all know she's a mother of two kids. She's divorced. She had two sons. She said, my mother raised us to always look out for each other, but she never talked to us about taking care of ourselves. So I'm so focused on taking care, making sure my sisters are good because she's the oldest, just like I am, to where I damn forget. Like she said, sometimes I felt I've been guilty where I'll put what's going on with my sisters before my own kids, because that's how mama raised us, to always look out and be and care about what's going on with your sibling. So think about that. How many of you have been so stuck and worrying about what the hell going on with the person beside you, with him, her, whatever, to where you haven't even sown into yourself and you going through it and you ain't got nobody checking in on you, but you so busy trying to show up and be Superman or Superwoman to everybody else. And now you broke down. That was her truth in that moment. That was her truth. And I'm like, wow, that was so real, because a lot of times, we're so raised, or you have this expectation to be everything to everybody. And especially if you're that person in your family to where you're the oldest, or you're the one that's around. Maybe you're more financially well off, but you're just that standout one from the other for whatever reason. So therefore, naturally, people want to put that pressure on you to be the one to show up and be everything for everybody. And then that day when you tell them, I ain't doing this shit no more, they looking at you like you crazy, like you done flipped your lid and something wrong with you because you decided to put yourself first. As my friend Ms. V say, come on, somebody. How many people have experienced that? Where they like, what? Like they're clutching their invisible pearls because you done raise your chest up and you say, I'm not doing it no more. I'm tired. I can't be everything for everybody because it's impacting me and my mental health. I got to put me first. And sometimes people take it personal when you tell them, I'm putting me first for a change, because they ain't used to that. They like, what? Like what? I mean, what's going on with you? Something's wrong with you. No, it's nothing wrong with you. You're now pushing back and you're standing up for yourself and you're saying, no more will I allow for somebody else to dictate my destiny, to dictate my life, tell me what I want to do. I want to do what's best for me, especially when you're talking about grown folks. Grown folks take care of other grown folks. But sometimes people will put you in that position to want to try to force you to be the person to go handle everything. You that savior. Now you all, what I've heard Black women say, I'm tired of being looked at as a strong Black woman. Yeah, I'm strong, but I'm tired of having to be strong. Like that's a real thing. So many people have felt that. You just want to live. It's just like, can I just live, child? Can I just listen? Can I just live? I'm tired of being strong, being everything for everybody. I feel like it's at my own detriment to where I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, I'm not doing whatever because I'm trying to be everything to everybody and I'm not showing up for myself, and I'm taking the back seat. So my health is taking a hit. My weight out of control. I'm miserable. I want somebody. I want a man, or I want a woman, but I can't get nobody. I got too much going on. Mama over there going through it. Sister over there, her man upside her head. I got to go on over there and deal with that. My niece, she's saying that, she ain't getting fed over there, and, she getting into fights at school. You just pulled all these places. You just pulled all these places, and you showing up, and then you showing up for everybody but yourself. You got to stop that. You got to stop that. You got to recognize that that's what you're doing and figure out how to stop that. It's not healthy. It's doing nothing for you. You got to make a change starting today. No, no, no. Put you first. Put you first. Put you first. As an adult, you put you first. When you're raising your babies, your children come first. But once they become adults, you come first. You put you first. Ami said, talk about it. I know that's a sentiment that a lot of people feel. But those people who are you showing up for, they ain't finna tell you that. They ain't finna tell, girl, bro, you put you first. Don't, we got this. And they are not finna tell you that. They are not finna tell you that. They're going to continue to allow for you to show up for them and wear yourself thin as they still continue to be with their shenanigans and whatever, because they used to you showing up. They used to you showing up. So what reason they got to do better? Hell, they got you. You finna come through and make it all peaches and cream, because that's what you do. You're the savior. But at what expense? Is your mental health on the line because you're doing that? Is it impacting how you now are able or unable to show up for your children in your household because you trying to be everything for everybody in all these other households? You trying, your stuff, you going without over there at your household because you had to go make it happen for somebody else's household up the street. Like, y'all, this is real. This happens. Like, this happens. Mental health. Listen, I titled this mental health awareness lesson. Mental health awareness, accountability. This is the lesson. We are the honor students, but you got to take this information and go and put it to work and do something with it. You don't come here and take it in and just be like, okay, Sheik, that was good. See you next live. No, you got to figure out ways to apply these things. You have to figure out ways to apply this in your life so you can have a different outcome, a better experience. And I only tell y'all this because I give a damn, because if I didn't give a damn, I wouldn't tell y'all none of this, but I care. So, and I want you all to have better results. I want you all to have better results. So you gotta do the work. You have to do the work. Rose got to do the work. I hope she's scheduled to go live. I don't plan on being on here when she go live. Maybe if she keeps that video up, I think she's going live around maybe 10 something hour time. Maybe if she keep it up tomorrow or something, or one of these days, we can review it together to, because I would imagine when she goes live again, she's going to have her husband there, her support. And he's going to be there to, rub her back and tell her it's going to be okay and do whatever the hell it is that he do for her. And the cycle continues. The cycle continues. May Mosey says, thank you, Sheik. Thank you. You're welcome. And thank you. Thank each and every one of you for coming through, like listening, because I had a lot to say. Because earlier when I did my walk-in chat, I touched on things about just some of these things. But then when I saw that she had her breakdown, this was after. Child, I don't know if any of y'all was on my walk and talk, and y'all see my ass almost damn pass out on live. It was nobody home but me and my dog Bailey. So I don't know what Bailey would have done if Mama would have fell the hell out. Because it's hot outside. And I was like, y'all, I think I'm about to go down. And y'all seen Rose at one point walked away from her live. Can y'all imagine if both our asses was gone from our lives? And y'all like, what the fuck is going on? She was talking, she disappeared, and Rose was talking and she disappeared. What is going on? Child, my mom said it probably had heat stroke, but it was so hot. It was 85 degrees. I felt fine walking and talking, but by the time I got in my home and I started feeling the air and I was drinking the water, I started feeling sick, started feeling lightheaded, and I can tell I was about to go down, y'all. I've passed out. Listen, that's what I do. I passed the F out. I started doing that when I was pregnant, and then I've done it post-pregnancy. Like, child, I will hit the ground, but I've never been in a situation for that to happen to my husband not be around. Because baby, if my husband see his wife about to go down, he will catch me. He has never allowed me to hit the ground. He's always been there. So this time I would have been I was home by myself. Child, I thought I was about to hit the damn floor. I said, Lord, I hear up. I said, y'all, I got to go check out my last live. Y'all gonna see. I'll try to get through the comments because y'all know y'all come in deep with the comments. And when I be walking with the sun, it's hard for me to read it because of the sun. Monique said, you had me there. Because Monique, I knew I probably scared the hell out of some people. Because the way I got off that damn live, I had to hurry up and get off that live and go lie down on the couch because I was in my dining area and it's hardwood floor. And I felt like I've passed out enough to where I know your girl know when she about to go down. I was about to go down. And I had to like hurry up, just end it so I can at least go have enough strength to go lay down. And once I lied down, and so my ceiling fan was already going, my body started to cool off. I felt like, I guess, my body had overheated. And shortly later, like, my mother-in-law came through. So I told her what happened. I said, well, at least if I would have went down, it wouldn't have been too long. I would have been in there out for the count by myself, because she had came in within about 5 minutes of this happening. So she would have found my ass either laid out on the damn floor or on the couch. But yes, I'm like, Lord, Rosa took me out. I told y'all she'd be taking my strength. She'd be taking my strength. But it was a good message. It was a really good message, y'all. I went in, I talked my stuff. Y'all know I talked my stuff. And y'all, it was hot. Me talking with Rose, like, child, my body was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You cannot be talking Rose in 85-degree weather. You can't do that. You cannot do that. But I ain't even told my husband yet about it, because I've been talking to y'all on his live, so he don't know the story yet. But listen, my dog was there. I don't know what the hell my dog would have done, but she did come over to me, and I was laying on the couch. But I think that's only because her goddamn ass was hungry. I don't know if she came over because she thought something was wrong. uh, Y'all, I crack my own damn self up. Yes. So I'm like, well, hell, y'all, it was like over 2,000 people that had came through on that live too. Because after you ended, it'll show you how many people came through. And child, it was over 2,000 people that came through that live. It was a really good live. So if y'all ain't seen that live, it's already over 2,000 views. Go check that live out. Go check that live out. But listen, don't be going there just to see if my ass about to fall out. I had some shit to say. I had some stuff to say. So don't skip over that shit. Make me passing out count. Listen to the word. Then then get to the passing out. But damn it, listen to my word. Oh my God. Jayla, don't be laughing at me. I be trying to live, y'all. I be trying to live. I be trying to live. I be trying to teach. I be trying to heal. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all come here and y'all listen to me talk whatever the hell I'm talking for the moment. And I will always appreciate y'all. Simone said, "Have you got me dying?" Simone, I thought I was damn dying. Yeah, I'm looking at that phone. I'm like, y'all, I'm feeling lightheaded. I don't know. I'm trying to get through these comments. And I said, nah, this shit ain't gonna work, y'all. I'm about to go down for the count. Just in case y'all didn't know, I tend to pass the hell out. So I'm about to end this life. I'm Chic. Peace. And hit that damn button. Y'all know how my sign out do. I did that goddamn sign out and took my ass over to the couch and hope for the best. Because I told y'all only person was here. Oh, I said person. The only other thing that was here was my damn dog. It was my dog. But I wasn't crazy enough to not grab my damn cell phone and take it with me. I wasn't that damn delusional. Just in case I had to struggle through a 911 call. I had my damn phone. But I got through the live and it was goddamn over 2,000 people that came through. So it meant something. It meant something, goddamn it. It meant something. Do it with a purpose. You got to be purposeful out here. If I can do it, you can do it. Just think about me and my goddamn ass about to pass out on live. If you ever question if you can't do something, be like, God damn it, if she can do it on the live with 2,000 people, so can I. So can I. Y'all. Which y'all. And I meant everything I just said too. I'm not even lying. I'm not even making this ish up, y'all. This is my life. This is my story. And I share it with y'all. Ooh, child, Lord Jesus, but I made it. Never could have made. I need to play that song. I haven't passed out in probably about a year. The last time I passed out, y'all, was in the middle of the baseball field last year. They had the mommy and players. You know how the kids against parent baseball game. I'm out there in the outfield. I said, I feel like I'm about to go down. I done passed out enough to where I know what the fuck it feel like. And I'm standing out there. I ain't caught no ball. I ain't got nothing yet. I'm just out there ready. And I'm like, I turned to my brother-in-law. I said, I'm about to go down. Listen, child. Listen, Linda. Listen. Your girl go down. So if y'all see me on one of these damn lives and y'all like, where the hell she at? Y'all know she must have went down. She told us that she get that she passed the hell out. So just so y'all know, I tend to pass the hell out. So listen, damn shit. So that was my day. How was your day? Oh my goodness. I'm glad. Listen, Blessed Up says, I'm glad I seen it. I'm glad you're fine. Um, I'm fine. I said, wow. I probably scared the hell out of these people because I probably would have been like, no, what the fuck just happened if I was y'all looking? What happened now? She was talking about Rose ass. Then she went in the comments. I know she said she can't do Rose in the AM because Rose take all her strength. So she got to be ready for Rose in the PM. What the fuck just happened? Well, that's what happened. So it was Rose. It was a goddamn 85-degree weather. I was on an empty stomach because I did eat. I don't eat breakfast. I've said that if you watch my fitness videos, I don't eat breakfast. My first meal is like lunchtime. And I chose to walk and talk during the lunchtime. So, child, I had a lot of damn shit going on to justify me hitting the damn ground. I did. So it was the perfect setup for my ass to be out for the damn count. But the Lord was with me. The Lord was with me. So when I saw the Rose was out here breaking down, I said, okay, let me get my life together, get some strength together so I could come out here and speak a good word for the people in hopes that it can make its way over to her. I feel like today was I feel like today was a good message. It was a lot to be learned. I hope you all took a lot away from it. Um, and we just got to keep that household just lifted in prayer. And even just when it comes to Brett and Rose, they're the adults in the household. So that's who the children have to depend on. So we can't say, okay, I want to pray for the kids, but leave mama and daddy out because those are their babies. So they have to have it together and have to have the strength and the discernment and the common sense and all of that to show up for their kids. So the prayer is that the Lord change Lord's heart and mind, her soul, to have her to be able to show up better for herself and for her babies, for her husband. Y'all see how this works? Because they're a family, they're a unit. And they gotta strengthen that. They gotta strengthen that. Um, and they can if they so choose to, if they find it to be important, but they can. But it takes work from both the adults in the family, and then it takes work for them to try to undo some of the damn ish that they've done with these kids as far as with the behaviors and things like that. They just got to fix it. I say fix it. They can fix it. It's just time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Simone said, I pray for the family for real. And I ask for each and every one of you to pray for the family. To pray for the family. That's what I ask. Because they're in my prayers. That's what I ask. It's just they need it. They need it. Pray for the family, pray for others, anybody who you feel that needs it. Yeah. It doesn't cost you anything, just like the like don't cost you anything. I appreciate y'all. Y'all did me right tonight by the likes. I didn't have to be asking for likes. Y'all let me talk my stuff. Y'all let me talk my stuff. And Kim says, Sheik, Rose needs to get in touch with you to get help. I would help Rose. I would help Rose for free. I help everybody for free. I told you I choose to not do it for money, for a career. I could. That's just not how I want to do it. So I would help her because she's broken, and I know why she's broken, and that's why I was saddened and had emotion as I talked about her before we went into the video, because I know what it is to be broken. We've all been there before. And then many of us know what it is to get to that place of healing, the work that we had to put in. There was work we had to put in. So she's not exempt from that. She got to understand there's work that she has to put in, child. You got to put that work in. So that would be first things first. We got to be willing to put this work in. So what are we going to do? Come on. We got to put that work in. We got to put that work in. That's the only way. We got to put that work in. We can cry today, but tomorrow we going to work, right? You understand that, right? I'm here with you today. We crying today, but tomorrow we getting to work. That's how I operate. That's how I operate. So we put the work in, and if God willing, my message will make a way to her. Yeah, and I have no problem talking to her on a one-on-one. I have no problem at all. I don't. I have no problem at all. I would definitely do that. Foxo says, let's get the likes up for Sheik's teaching. Thank you, Foxo. Please get the likes up. Ari said Rose is a know-it-all. Yep. Rose is a know-it-all. And many of us, myself included, have had times in our life where that's where we operated from that space of knowing it all and having having all the answers. But where does that get you? You have to acknowledge when you need help and when you need to turn to somebody who may know more than you. Because there's always somebody who knows more than you. You should encounter people who know more than you. That's how you grow. And I get excited, when I come across people who know more than me, who I can learn from, who can kind of go deep in conversation with me. Because my brain, I like to be stimulated. So I learned this thing. I think it's called I learned it from Priscilla on the internet, the Queen Maker, a sapiosexual. A sapiosexual is someone who's stimulated by the brain, who's turned on by someone's smarts. That's me. I'm very I like a smart person. My husband is smart. I found him to be very smart. He knew more. I feel like he knew more than me. And even though I got degrees and all of that from an educational standpoint, I have all that he doesn't, but he knows a lot of things about life. And so I'm attracted to just smarts. I'm a sapiosexual. So my brain has to be stimulated. So I'm always thinking, and I like to go deep, and I like to talk to people who can kind of, who can stimulate my mind. So I like to just break things down. So I say, I look at it like with Rose Life and things like that. It's like a puzzle and trying to put the pieces together. And sometimes people need help with putting the pieces of their life together to help them understand why something is. Because we don't always have the answers. So I get excited when I get, when people, who know more than me enter my life, and I can talk to them and, pick their brain, and we can just have a deep, conversation. But mostly my life is more so people coming to me looking for answers. And that's okay too. It's okay too, because I understand it's my gift, my God calling to help people. And I understand that it is what it is. So I do it. And I'm grateful to know what my calling is. And I'm grateful to know that people appreciate my gift, and they show up, they come to me, and want help and solutions. And they find value in what I have to say. So I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. But sometimes, people such as myself, we want people to be able to talk to as well and to listen to us as well. And here's the thing. So I tell you all, I have 3 kids. I have 19-year-old, 16-year-old, 14-year-old. My 2 oldest are boys, and then I have a daughter. She's 14. And so imagine my brain, but on steroids. So she's just like me, but times 10, I equate it. Super smart, gifted class. She's just that child. But sometimes I'll have conversations with her, and I feel like I'm having a conversation with myself, because she can go deep and say things to me that I didn't even think about that will have me thinking. So I appreciate that. But you always coming from my child who's 14. I'd say she's me on steroids. So that's the thing, I like to have my mind stimulated. I want to learn too, and I don't always have the answers. And sometimes I'm at my wits' end. So it's nice to even be able to talk with her on some things because she's so mature and so advanced. She's been this way all her life. So just to give you an example, she's age 14, but mentally she's probably maybe 19. She's always been advanced like that. And I wasn't even on that level at her age. So when she was maybe 3, she was probably maybe like 6, 8. She's known since she was 6. She wanted to be a surgeon, a gastrointestinal surgeon. Yeah. So she learned that word at 6. She knew that's the type of doctor she wanted to be. So she's an aspiring surgeon. Now she just want to do just general surgery instead of just being focused on the stomach. But she goes deep. And so it's just weird how sometimes talking to her is like talking to myself, and her saying some things that maybe I might say to somebody else. But sometimes she says some stuff to me and I'm like, damn, I didn't even come up with that. But it has me to be thinking on a different level, be like, damn, but it's coming from my daughter, but she's my child. Genetics is real. She's me on steroids, I say. So yes, the challenge with raising a child that's super smart is that they're super smart. So the things that you say to them, they are going to have a response and something to say back that's going to make a lot of sense. And then you got to figure out what else to say, because that's that child. So she's smart, but there's challenges with that because she's so smart as far as with certain things, with trying to get her to maneuver certain ways because she's so smart. So it's nothing wrong with being smart. It's okay if you are that smart person. Don't dumb yourself down for anybody. Just utilize that in a way that you can help the next person. Everybody, help somebody. Just help somebody. And I will help Rose. I mean, I'm okay with that. It's just about helping people, sowing a seed, showing up to others as you want them to show up to you, all of those things. It's real. It is real. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. It brings good energy. All that is real because that's how my life is. I get good vibes. I don't have conflict with people. And if your energy isn't kosher, if it's not where it's mine, I just leave you over there. That's how it works. I just leave you over there and I just stay in my space. Monique said, what else the nanny at today? You said we need the nanny today. Monique said, where's the nanny today? Did CPS come to her home today? What I gather sound like the CPS, they made another visit to her home. Simone said, this is what happens when you allow social media to be your mentor. Social media be your mentor. Your moderator to be your mentor. Yes. So true. Laura said maybe she quit. And Say Hey said nanny bolted. I don't know. Didn't y'all say the nanny, I think, supposed to work only 4 days a week? She's supposed to work 4 days a week. So I don't know what day is she coming. So clearly she wasn't there today. Or at least at the time she did the live. Because y'all know we're 6 hours, or at least on East Coast, we're 6 hours ahead of the Rose. So she could have come today, but a different time. But now that she got a nanny, I think it would be a great time for her to try to get these appointments in with the therapist. Maybe she can schedule some appointment, and she ain't even got to go in person. Maybe she can even do that. You can do Zoom therapy sessions. You don't have to always go into the office. So if she can't get into office, maybe she can find a quiet place and do a Zoom call, at least to start it out before she can actually physically, go get to somebody. But I think she should definitely prioritize talking to somebody, whether she has to start it out with it being on a Zoom, a Teams, or if she's able to. I think it would be best if she can just go into someone's office, have a complete change in environment, try to, I'm sure the space would usually the setup is comfortable, cushioned couch, but I think she needs to give it a try. Give it a try. Ari says Hawaii is expensive. Nobody has time to play with Rose. No. Laura says, I do Zoom group CBT. That's cognitive behavioral therapy. Yes, that is the type of therapy approach that I take when I do provide any type of counsel to anybody. That's my preference, but you have different types of therapy. So you have to find one that works for you. But Rose definitely needs to get help as soon as possible. She do. Right now, the priority shouldn't be on her getting surgery. The priority shouldn't even be on her even trying to get this money together and stressing herself out with trying to buy a new property. The priority needs to be her getting herself together, mind, body, and soul. She says she's tiny. She wants to gain weight. She can't. I feel like if Rose got into a healthy space mentally, she would be able to put the weight on. She would have an appetite to eat. But Rose isn't sleeping. I guarantee you, Rose isn't sleeping well. She's not sleeping well. And usually when you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well either. A lot of times you're not eating well. Some people overeat and they have that as an issue, but smaller people like who, so there's two ways that I find that people handle stress when it comes to food that I've come to see. People either eat their emotions or they don't damn eat. Which one are you? Do you eat or do you don't? I'm a person that don't eat. But some people will eat. So somebody like me can't understand if you're stressed, how the hell you got an appetite to even want to eat. Where somebody who wants to eat, like, how the hell you don't want to eat, Sheik. So that's what I've come to find with how people deal with food when they're stressed. Which one are you? I ask each and every one of you, it's 159 of you. Which one are you when you stress? Do you eat or do you not eat? Because Rose is given that she doesn't eat when she's stressed. And that's why she doesn't look so healthy and she's not even, happy with how she looks. And even with her having surgery, that's not going to fix that. That's not going to have no bearing on how much weight she put on or anything like that. That's just going to take away the excess skin on her belly, lift her breast, but it's not going to have anything to do. It's not going to change too much like the scale. Laura says, I would eat marshmallows or Fruit Loops, dumb stuff. Yeah. That's the thing. Some people would eat a whole bag of, I had a friend when she was going through it, she was eating a whole bag of powdered donuts. And guess what? That weight was just sitting on her belly. That's how she was handling stress as she was going through a divorce. So you have to identify how you handle stress. How do you handle stress? And you have to find a healthier way to handle it. Maybe exercising is a great way to de-stress. I do workout videos. Follow me, check out some of those workout videos, but find healthy ways to de-stress. You got to find healthy ways to de-stress. Rose needs to find healthy ways to de-stress. She needs to figure that out. If she likes to dance, maybe she can go sign up for a dance class. Don't damn take the camera. You just go. Don't let it even be about any of that. You just go and go do something that will get you, that'll get you back centered. She has to figure that out because she's going to self-destruct. She got to figure it out. She got to figure it out. Like right now with Rose, like time is of the essence. Like, child, baby, I need for you to figure this out. Like right now, we have to figure it out right now. Figure it out, Rose. Maybe she can go enroll in a gymnastics class. She can flip her ass off like that. Listen, child, Rose can do the way them legs go. Only in my damn dreams. Do something with that. Go take a class. Maybe you can sign up to teach gymnastics. Do something. Get off the internet. Do something in real life, as people say. What do you do in real life? Do something in real life. Get off the internet. Go find something that you can get enjoyment out of that has nothing to do with the internet clicks and views. These are just little things, recommendations for her to do that can contribute to trying to get her back centered while still going to counseling, but something else to do. Kim said, natural born stripper Roses. So here's the thing. If we feel like Rose is a natural born stripper and this goes back, it makes you wonder, what was her childhood like where maybe she was exposed? Some things may have happened that had her to become hypersexual. because people don't just become hypersexual. There's something that happens. There's something that transpires. And most of the time, hypersexual adults, their story is back during childhood, some inappropriate things took place. And as a result, they became hypersexual. So that's why I say we have to learn these people's story. Why is she the way she is? What happened? When did this start? Her mama says she was running away from home. Why were you running away from home? You ain't running away from home for nothing. Like, what, Rose? Why were you running away from home? Let's talk about it. Why were you running away from home? Were you running away from somebody? Because remember, mama said she ran away from home because it was because of somebody. Rose, why were you running away from home? Who was in that home? Who were you running from? Let's talk about it. You got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. So it's not surface. This isn't surface. So that's why Rose need to go talk to somebody. So these counselors, these people can ask her these questions, because a good counselor is going to have questions such as these that's going to have her to go deep and to produce an answer. They're going to probe her. Listen, we're not doing this. You got to open up. We got to talk about it. That's the only way we can go there. And it's going to be some tears. They'll have tissue on deck, but you got to talk about it. What have you been burying within you? The tea with the drinks. She speaks 100. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What are you choosing to not deal with? What are you masking? What are you masking? It's something, y'all. It ain't nothing. Rose isn't giving what she's giving for nothing. No matter how much you may like her or don't like her. There is a reason behind all of this. There is a reason. And we can just talk and speculate all day long what that reason may be. But there is a reason why Rose gives what she gives, child. There's a reason. And I don't feel like Rose has really gone there to really talk about that reason to the people on the internet. And I'm not mad at her for that, but I feel like she needs to go and talk to someone about it. I wonder, has she even opened up and talked with her husband about it? If he's even aware of her traumas, or if he is aware of her traumas, and his way of helping her is he think he's helping her by pacifying her and patting her on the back and telling her that what she's doing is right. I don't know. I would hope that given that that's her husband, he's aware of her story and all that it entails. If that's her husband, I would hope. But it's possible that he don't know, just like we don't know. It's possible that she's never shared that with him because maybe she's afraid of how he may view her, what he may think of her. People aren't always forthcoming with their story because they say it doesn't sound sexy. Like it's not, you don't want people judging you. You don't want people looking at you a certain way or forming these thoughts of like all these different reasons. So they just won't tell you their story, or they'll make up a story that they just won't live in their truth for all the reasons that they got, y'all. But when you're moving that way and you're not living in your truth, you just have chaos and havoc in your life because you're not living in your truth. You're not sleeping at night. When I listen to Champagne talk on the internet, that woman sounds like she sleeps very well. She sounds like to me a woman who's living in her truth. She sounds like to me a woman to where she had to exit her situation with her husband in order to get to a better place. Sometimes it be that way where you have to leave your comfort zone to get to that place where you can get healing and be better off. It is what it is. Sometimes people come into your life for a season. All prayers that her and Adonis can, work through whatever it is that they're going through. And maybe the break is something that's needed and they can find themselves back to each other. But if they cannot, and it's for the betterment of both or her or the children, then so be it. Because everybody's not meant to be together. And if your mental health is at stake and at risk and you not showing up for yourself so you can show up for your babies, then what we doing here? And that woman is in the health field, so she should know. she said it was a lot dealing with Rose while being in the home with Adonis and them carrying on the relationship as their husband and wife. She was like, it was a lot. And I felt that when she said that, because we see Rose on the internet and it's a damn lot, and our lives don't even connect with hers. So imagine if your life connected to hers. That's a lot. So I understand when she say I was tired. When she said that, I felt that. She was like, I'm tired. We all know what it feels like to be tired. Angel said exactly, you know, when you tired, you cheat and you just check out, you just can't do it no more. We all have our breaking point. Hell, we seen Rose at her breaking point. We all come down. We all reach our breaking point. We just reach them at different times. And who are you to tell somebody when it's time to bail out or when they're tired? Somebody can't tell you when you tired, when you sick and tired. When you sick and tired, you're going to react. I can't make you and be like, child Rose, you need to be sick and tired. Like, it doesn't work that way. It comes on your own. Like, you know when you're sick and tired. And usually when you're sick and tired, you're moving forward. You ain't even looking back. You like, I can't even go back there because I got a sense of peace now. I removed myself from this. I'm moving forward. That's what growth looks like. But that sick and tired place is when you just like, you might break down in tears, like when you become reactive. So Champagne, sick and tired. She was sick and tired. Now she's moved on. So I feel like, you know, she's kind of good, you know, she's getting to that good place. But Rose has to get to that place. And it's going to take for Rose to recognize that it's time to move on and move past whatever it is that she got going on. It's time to it's time to move around and do something else. Pretty Foreign says, I'm trying to find the recording of Brett saying he was better single. Wow. I didn't even know. I know he said prior to Rose, once when he was in his 20s, he felt like he was more driven. I heard him say that. So I equated that to, because he got with Rose, he's 37. They've been together for 36 years. I mean, for 6 years. So they got together when he was like 31. And his words was, I just feel like when I got into my 30s, like I just lost my drive. And I feel like he lost his drive because he allowed for Rose to be the driver of their life. Rose came off as this person that got all the answers. Like, I got you. We're going to do it this way. That's this way. And he just got comfortable in that. He's like, okay. And he kicked his heels up, and they've been kicked up in them damn Old Navy flip-flops ever since then. He didn't got comfortable. He don't even know what manhood and all that is like anymore because he's lost his drive. He's like, you know, he came across a woman, beautiful Black woman that said, I got you. I got this. And he just let her have it. He just let her have it. And she didn't really, I feel like she didn't really want him to fully sit down like that. But Rose comes off as though she's somebody that they got all the answers and just know what you and everybody should be doing. So I feel like he just was like, fine, since you got all the answers, you know, whatever, I'm okay, whatever, Rose, we just gonna do, okay, what you say we're gonna do. And he just stopped having a drive because he was just like, well, for what? I mean, you're going to control the narrative anyway. You're going to tell me, no, we shouldn't do it that way. So what am I doing? I'm not going to even bother to just do it. I'm just going to sit here. And next thing you know, over time, that drive is gone. And Rose is like, what the fuck? Why aren't you driven? Why aren't you doing this? And he was like, for what? You got this. We on YouTube now. We got 1 million+ subscribers. What I need to be going out there? Why I need to go to pilot school? Like what? We good. The drive is gone, child. That drive have left the building. The drive has left the building. The Tea with Drink says that Little Paul is sad because we see this happen all the time, whether depression can cause diseases or online bullying can cause mental destructions. I feel like stop harassing and supporting. Simone says that Aqua, yes. Honey says Rose has done that more than a few times in this life. In her other life, this is who she is. Ari says all Rose problems will be over if God made her a white woman tomorrow so she can really talk down to Black women. Simone says, I have a friend who's a stripper. I pray she can get out of that too. Prayer works. Foxo says, Tiwi, 5 drinks. What are we supporting exactly? Strawberry Cream says, just bending over all kinds of which way, girl. Simone says, at the tea with drinks, that's why I say I'll pray for the family. Jayla says, I agree. Some people are not meant to be, but if you're not meant to be for the right reasons. Simone says it's posted on someone's channel. Little Paul says she needs a friend that keeps it real with her, not people that will coddle her and behave codependent, enabling. She has many friends that don't really care for her and enable her to continue. I don't think she has even those type of friends. I don't think she has really meant friends at all. She says she don't. She says she only has her husband and her kids. So she ain't even got friends that like that. There's just no friends around. Foxo says tea with the drinks. What are we supporting exactly? Let me see. Laura says, even when she's dying, my husband was not sure if she was really sick because she was a storyteller. Sadly, she died. She had cancer that spread fast. Jayla says, I agree. Tea with the tea with drinks said at Simone 100. That's real love. Laura says, yes, you're right. Chick. Kim says, Brett said he was better off when he was by himself, living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes it be like that. I mean, it's about the mental peace. Sometimes it's not about the money or the resources. I bet you if Rose were to be real with herself, she can think of moments well before she moved to Hawaii, hit a million subscribers. She can think of moments where she felt more at peace. It's not always about the popularity, the money. You know, when did you feel good? Who was I was listening to someone talk and they said that back to the Braxtons, that the reality show, the Braxtons are back. Toni Braxton said that she felt more at peace before she made it than what she has since she's become Toni Braxton. No, not as many responsibilities. You have the drive to want to make it. You think about, you fantasize those days when you do make it. It's just, the excitement about, the thought of making it. So I get it. It makes sense to me. What they call it, the humble beginnings, where you can go back and you think about, man, what they say. That's what they say. Don't rush the process. Enjoy every moment, because there's solace. There's something you can find in every stage that can have you to really, really enjoy. So don't rush it, because sometimes, you'll look back and, miss those days when, you felt like things were simpler. Say you're on a hair growth journey, you got a whole bunch of hair now, and it's like, child, I remember my hair was like Rosalind. I could wash and go. It didn't take no time. Like, you had those memories where just things were just simpler back then. Even though back then you thought about, oh, I'd be glad when it grow out and I can get some braids or I can do something else. So it be like that. Embrace every stage you're in, because every stage has its share of challenges. And what they say, more money, more problems. So Toni, I felt that when she said that. When it was just her and she was just grinding out and just thinking about the day where she can make it, when she was singing with her sisters. So I really felt that when she said that. Bless Up said, sometimes things don't fall on the parents. However, I believe she wasn't raised in a stable house, but it still doesn't give her the right to mistreat people, then cry about not having friends. I agree. Simone says that Little Paul, I said that exact thing about people coddling her. ST says, Laura, God sets you free. Gwen says some girls strip and pay their way through college. No shame on that. It's Rose's comfort zone. Angel says Rose needs to go get off of social media, even if it's just 2 weeks, because now she's just giving more stuff to react to. I agree. Even if it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks shouldn't make or break her. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. If Brett got a job, let him go. Maybe you can put some extra hours in. Go do what you do, Brett. But 2 weeks. And in that 2 weeks, I think she need to be doing some self-care consistent of her talking to a professional and partaking in some things that can be relaxing to her, whatever she may enjoy, that has nothing to do with the internet, and also that does not include the children. Being a parent is a lot. It can be overwhelming, and especially when they're little. And she got 4 boys; they're active. She needs to find some time, what I call it me time. She needs some me time where she can just be by herself. No husband, no children, just be by herself. I'm sure that rarely happens for her because we don't even see it. She needs some me time. Akaro says Rose is trying to gain the same praise and attention doing raunchy content on YouTube, but it backfired because she has no boundaries around her babies. A little puppy says Live Life posted that audio of Brett. So there's audio of Brett out there that I guess what he's talking about. Yearning for those days pre-Rose. Pretty Foreign says, I agree with you. He let Rose take control, not knowing she talks real good around the bush. He thought he met a queen, but her spirit was a demon. Gwen says, Rose did say she is in charge of everything. And sometimes that can be overwhelming where it's like you have some people, they want to run things, they want to control things, but then when things get overwhelming, you want to complain about, why do I have to do this? And well, hell, you took charge and took over every damn thing. Which one you want? You want to be in charge or you want to share the load of the responsibility? Rose just always runs to grab everything and take control of everything. But then when it becomes overwhelming, it's like, oh, well, I'm overwhelmed. You're not helping. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. And it's just like, what? Just like I say with him not working or whatever. You came into his life. You start running ish. He allowed you to do it. He got comfortable. And now here we are. Now here we are. Ari says, at T, Rose is a grown woman making money on YouTube. We are not her family. We are strangers. Rose can kick rocks. Jesus. Simone says, Aqua should have kept it simple and PG. The T says, at Foxhole, all I'm saying is just pray for the woman love. Yeah. That's my request for everyone tonight. Just pray for her. Pray for the family. Laura says, at D, it was sad though, but tried to create problems, but I did not feed into it. Aqua Rose says, yes, little Paul, she has enablers. Foxo says, we are right now. And then Simone says, so many interracial content creators, people don't like Rose. That's why other channels are fine. Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's not, it's Rose. That's why it's like, it's the energy. What are you giving off? Because other content creators, everybody going to have some haters, but nobody's is not going to be on the level of Rose. So Rose, what are you giving that nobody else is giving? Because you do a lot out here on this damn internet, child. You do a lot. Bless Up says she better talk to God, Jesus about it. She needs true deliverance. She has legions. I agree. That's who she needs to talk to. Pretty Foreign says she didn't want to quit working, but she needed him around her because when he's not around, she tells too much to outside people. That's how her business got exposed right to this day. Well, I feel like, yeah, she scheduled a live for later, so therefore he can be around because he be telling her she be putting too much out on the internet. Jayla says, so how is he going to teach the boys to be men? That's the $1 million question. That's the question. How? Kim says, plus Brett's friends and families are seeing all of this in real time. Plus Brett's dad is sick. SD said, Laura and you came out victorious. I'm happy for you because being persecuted for no reason is no joke. Simone said, like it's 2024. She thinks people care that much about a white man and a black woman. It's her character. Yeah, I mean, everywhere you turn, you got interracial relationships. So no, it's not that big of a deal, but she makes it about that because that was just her MO, from early on when she came on the internet. That was just what she wanted the focus to be. May Mosey said, who's harassing her? Laura says that Honey is my daughter's cat. Honey is only one in her house, not sucked. Even the dog is not sick. Ari says, Rose problems can be over tomorrow. Just get off of YouTube. That's a child. Child. Foxo says, I think Brett has to work because Rose says her money is hers and he needs to work. there is no unity. Nope, no unity. That's why I'm like, that lets you know right there it's not teamwork within the household. Laura says, honey, your name reminds me of her cat. So Simone says the Brett audio is posted on someone's channel after I heard the live of Champagne exposing. Angel says she never should have kept on telling people to call CPS. She honestly spoke that into existence for herself. Hey, Rainy. She said, I am back again, not feeling sorry for Rose. Her house of cards is falling, and it is all her fault. Your fault. Gwen says, who would want to be her friend? What she's giving now, nobody. That's why I said, I can be a counsel. I can be a counsel. But yeah, Rose doesn't give, yes, I want to be your friend. Not me. Like she's that person I would just leave over there. Aqua Rose says that last short Rose poster, Brett had his nose right in her butt with her legs sprawled open up against the wall. Why? I saw that out there. I didn't click on it, but just with the picture, it was just with her legs spread open, and I just kept it moving. But then she wondered why she gets the response that she gets from the internet. Like she literally sits and wonder why me? Why not you, Rose? Why not you? Ari says that tell her to get off the internet and be a mother. So they call bullying. So the bullying will stop. Ari says we are Rose friends. As I say, I speak on here and say what I say out of just because I just care when I just see people spiraling. So that's anybody. If I see somebody just spiraling, going down the wrong path, if I can get your ear, I'm going to tell you some things if you want to listen. But if you don't, you don't. I've never been one to force my thoughts, views, opinions on anybody. I've never even been one to just go around giving unsolicited information. Like people come to me, people ask me questions. I don't just voluntarily just give stuff. Now, I come on YouTube and I share my opinions. So I do that on my own. I just, speak about what I'm seeing. But just as I encounter people, I don't just volunteer it and just start telling you about yourself. That's not what I do. I'm just going to be quiet. I'm just going to observe. And it goes from there. But that's how it goes. But I'll help anyone. I'm very help giving. That's my personality. Ari says, we tell her the truth. Simone said, Brett hates being with her for real. He seems fake. Brett just be going through the motions. He's just there, child. Laura says that man grew up in the slow part of the country, went to Vegas for some fun, but desires to live on a land in North Carolina. So you saying basically, Laura, he's out of his element. He's like, he needs to go back home. Jayla says that's stress. Simone says that audio showed me how fake he is. Wow. SD says, y'all, let's have the after party on Tosh's channel so we can cuss her out over there. Just kidding. Do Tosh got a show scheduled for today? She usually do it like right when mine is ending. Kim says, Tony did say that at Chic. Strawberry Cream says, but she seems to really hate Black women. So good luck with friending her. Yeah, I think that she doesn't like her own image. She doesn't like what she looks like. So she's not going to like anybody that looks like her. And again, that goes back to childhood as she talks about the comparison between her and her siblings and things like that. So it's self-hate. Yeah. Ari says that Simone, you would hate it over there too. Stop playing. Foxo says Brett audio ruined her redemption possibly. Angel says, Simone, yep, that audio is his true feelings. Did y'all say, maybe y'all said it, so many comments where you can hear the audio at? Because I'm guessing this audio is from audio that was released by Champagne to someone. So what channel, where do you hear that at? Because I'd like to hear it. So you all probably said it somewhere in here, but yeah, let me know. Let me see. I'm going to drop down. Can somebody add in the chat where I can listen to the audio where I guess Brett is talking, whatever you all are talking about, because I'd like to hear it and see what the hell he talking about. Let me know. Drop it in the comment. I went all the way to the bottom of the comment so I can see it. But if you can let me know, where can I listen to the audio you all are talking about as far as with Brett? And I don't know if this is the audio with him talking about life being better before Rose and all of that. What channel and whose channel is that on? Someone says Tasha's Life. The channel is called Live Life. Thank you, Simone. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Let me see. Live Life. Let me see. I've never heard of that channel before. Live Life. Mm, 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 mm. Live Life. I don't know. I'm not getting it to come up. So it's just spelled Live Life because I'm not coming across that channel when I type it into YouTube. So is there anything else connected to the name Live Life? Because it's not coming up for me. I don't see it. I don't see it. Stop sharing. I don't see that. So I have to try to figure that one out and play around with it on YouTube because it's not coming up when I type in Live Life. Type in Live Life Queen of Kings. Okay. Live Life Queen of Kings. All right. Okay, I see it now. I see it. Okay. So it's breakfast. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So is it her last video? The Queen of Kings husband Brett exposes true financial status. Is that the I found it. Thank you. So is that the one? It's a 2-minute video. Is that the one that you all saying that Brett is just talking, telling the business? It's titled Queen of Kings husband Brett exposes true financial status, audio included. Is that the one? You said yes. Okay, I'm gonna go on over there.
Here's an audio.
Okay, so we're gonna take a field trip. We're gonna take a field trip to Live Life channel and listen to the 2-minute video and see what the hell he talking about. So this video is entitled Queen of Kings husband Brett exposes true financial status, audio included, child. Whew, fair use. We're on Live Life channel and we're about to review a video that she posted. So let's see what the hell he talking about.
Here's an audio of Brett expressing how he feels towards his personal finances.
So I don't want to be a famous person. I want to just mind my own business. I don't want to be online making all this noise and stuff. I would have been better off making my money just taking care of myself. I did well, but I'm like really check to check.
Okay, you heard it for yourself. He would have been better off on his own, taking care of himself. He was doing very well, but now he's living check to check with her. Now, she's wanting to save $30,000 before her 30th birthday and purchase a home alone. Now, but what we do know is that she stated Brett had a better credit score, and that was the reason in that they financed the house through his name. But one would ask the question, why, as a married woman, would you want to purchase a home on your own, alone? Could this be a backup plan for you just in case things don't work out with Brett? We don't know. You guys can make your own opinions on that. Now, let's talk about this. Now, I don't know if this is a credit repair class that she's offering. I'm not sure. But what I will say is this. I just want you guys to think, if someone admitted that they did not have a so good credit score when they went and tried to purchase their home, is this someone that you would pay to give you expert advice on credit repairing? That's just the question that you should ask yourself. I'll leave y'all with this. Do your own research before you make final decisions on anything, especially those that can impact you financially.
Just get ready. Okay.
That is not a flattering picture. Oh my goodness. I'm wondering, who was he talking to on that recording? Is that a recording that Champagne released? Was he talking to her? Who was he talking to? Do y'all know who he was talking to? Was that something that Champagne released? Because I heard her tell Tosh that she has some recordings with Brett talking about wanting to leave and things like that, move around. So do you all think that's a recording that she released? Do you all know if that's a recording that Champagne released? And that's how this content creator got it? Because I'm like, who is he telling that to? Him telling somebody that, it seemed like that it would be somebody like personal that you're talking to. Simone says, right, I want to know too. And no, he wasn't talking to Champagne, but she said she got her ways. Because it's like, say, hey, says she has more things to reveal. But it's like, who was he on the phone with? Who leaked that video, that recording? Because that's what he was saying. That's not something he's just going on the internet talking about. Like, he told somebody personal that he trusts that. Rainey said Champagne released it, but he wasn't speaking to her. So I wonder how the hell she get it. Like, who the hell was he talking to that she had access to their conversations? Simone says Champagne gets the receipts. Clearly, because I'm over here biting my nails like, now, where the hell that came from? But listen, that's his voice. That's him. That's him. It is a million and one reasons for Rose to be on the internet spiraling, because like the receipts are being dropped. Laura says maybe Adonis gave it to Champagne. So maybe you're wondering if maybe Adonis and Brett had a conversation, a man-to-man conversation, and that's what came out of it. Because remember, well, I don't know if y'all know, but Champagne said that one of Rose's ex, this is before she met Brett, Rose met Brett, she was dating this guy who reached out to Adonis, who texted him and said, bro, you need to get your kids. I think she showed the text message. You need to get your kids. Rose is out here doing the most, taking the kids to these houses with men. And I've really been trying to get her kids because I don't feel like they need to be in this type of environment. Man, you need to get your kids. So it's funny how like the different men that Rose encounter, how they can kind of have a dialogue with one another. They don't have conflict with one another. So I'm wondering at some point, yeah, did Adonis and Brett have a conversation? They had a meeting of the minds. Very interesting. Foxo says they had it on Tosh Live and she got flags. So is that what, so I was wondering what it was that had her to get flagged. So it was that, because when I was on her show last night, like she didn't have anything up showing, but I only listened to maybe like the first 45 minutes to an hour. And y'all know Tosh can kind of be on lives very late. So today when I saw that she posted, YouTube flagging her for something she's shown, I'm like, what did she show? because I didn't see anything. Laura says Brett would talk to Adonis. I feel they two laid back Pisces men. Simone said, I don't think Brett would talk to Adonis. Foxo says Champagne had it on Tasha's channel. Simone says, or the other way around. Foxo said possibly Adonis' parents. Laura says, and Adonis said, it's take a break. You go deal with Rose. I got to stand back and we will unite later. Not to tag you it. Simone says, Rose makes me sick hearing that she did that to you. Let you anyone be around your kids. Rose makes me sick hearing that she did that. You don't let anyone be around, just anyone be around your kids. Foxo said that's why Rose called them and had Ross curse them out. Ross cursed them out. He did go in on his stepmom. I heard that recording. Simone says Laura, Adonis, a Pisces too. Yes, I believe both of them are. Adonis a Pisces. Brett is a Pisces. And one of Rose's kids is a Pisces. One of the older boys. I think the second oldest one is a Pisces. The oldest one is a Sagittarius, I believe, like her in December. And then I think the second one is that Raiden. Raiden is a Pisces. The T said, Foxo, is it that serious, love? You must be related to Champagne to block me. That makes me feel good that I got underneath your skin. Lord, child. Foxo says, or what I could think out the air is someone in Brett's family. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting thought. Because I always wonder what that family think about all this going down. Because, I mean, he's a part of the family that's, I'm sure they all kinds of embarrassed. Wow. Okay. Simone says, I'm a Pisces myself. I don't F with Pisces men. They creeps to me. My oldest son is a Pisces, but I've never dealt with one like from, he's 19. He's this low key teenager, but I've never like dealt with a, Pisces, like dated one. So my brother's a Pisces. So, wow. Foxhole says T with the T. I know not one of them. Lami says, I'm not familiar with the whole situation, but Adonis needs to get legal counsel to get in his boys' lives. We all agree with that. We talk about that almost every live. Simone says Rose liked to take control. That's why she got with the most deemed feminine sign. The difference between these two Pisces men, Adonis is a black man. Rose even said her father is a Pisces. She said Brett is a white version of her daddy. That's what she said. The T says, you put me on time out. Lord, who on time out? Fairbanks says, do you think the older boys could be traumatized by witnessing her meltdowns like today? Yep, I do. Kids absorb their parents' energy, just like we absorb our partner's energy. Energy is real. Doja Cat says, hey, Doja Cat, welcome. Allegedly, Rose has been going on a reaction channel today, posting and deleting her comments. So was she trying to play cleanup? Laura said Einstein was a Pisces. Yep, I think Einstein shares the same birthday as my son. Einstein is a Pisces, same birthday. Simone Biles is a Pisces, same birthday. So this birthday is March 14th. Who else is another great? Steph Curry, I believe he's a Pisces, same birthday, March 14th. So I know these birthdays because my son, we'll talk about it, with him sharing birthdays of a lot of high performers. My oldest son is a gifted artist. He's a drawing artist. But yes, there are a lot of smart people who are Pisces. Stacy said if Rose's mother would come get those two oldest boys right now, her past would never come up. Rose had a good life, but spins a narrative when she cannot control the situation. She changed on Brett. Simone says Adonis being a Pisces explains everything, including him not being in the media. The Pisces, I know they're more so low key, kind of behind the scenes. They not like, my son, y'all ain't never seen him anywhere on the internet, like on my channel or anything like that. So they more so kind of low key, not really talkative like that. But when they got something to say, they say it. Very smart. They kind of sit back in a cuff, peep game. So you definitely can't sleep on a Pisces for sure. For sure. Do not take their quietness for like a weakness. Don't do that. Don't do that. Laura says, I am a Pisces. Laura says the March babies are Aries. Yep. So the March babies are Aries. That's right. Yeah, because they I did learn that um he's an Aries, but he's at the what is he at the end of March, maybe? Or something like that. So he's an Aries March. But yes, you're right. I stand correct on that. I can't recall one of her sons being an Aries, but she has one whose birthday is in December, like right next to hers. Simone said, Laura makes so much sense now. Hey, twin. Twin, where have you been? Yeah, listen. Twin. Y'all twinning up in here. But listen, y'all, we got through a lot. It was a lot to cover. The end of March. Yep. So I remember he was in March. So yes, he is an Aries. I did hear that come up, but yes, he's March. A March Aries. My mother is an April's Aries. So I don't know any March Aries. I just know April Aries. The T says, nah, I'm too black to be Rose. Laura says, yes, in a March, she did a skit on all the fire signs and Brett is a Pisces. That is true. Thank you. Thank you for that clarification, Laura. But listen, this has been real. I had a wonderful evening with you all. We covered so much. I hope you all liked the video at some point. Share and subscribe for all of you who are new over here. I hope you enjoyed your time over here and you got something out of my content and you come back. I typically go live 1 to 2 times a day. Yeah. So make sure you have your notification bells on. Sometimes my lives in the morning will be fitness content. And then as of lately, I started doing a walk and chat to get my fitness in through walks while being able to chat. So hey, I'm back. Sorry, it abruptly kicked me out. As I was trying to, you know, settle, unwind. But yes, I want to finish by thanking you all for being in here tonight. Simone said it's Tosh Mob now. Yes, so Tosh Mob is on there. I did see when I was looking for the other young lady's YouTube channel, I saw that Tosh Mob is on right now. So you all can head over there and check her out. Probably as I unwind, I'll listen to her in the background because I'll be exhausted when I cover Rose content. But I like Tosh Mob. I like to show support. So I'm definitely going over there and hitting the like button because y'all, when y'all first come in, just hit the like button when you first come in. Just hit the like button. Just get it out the way. So I go in, I hit the like button, and I say, "Hey, girl, hey." That's what I do. That's how I show up to her over there. But I thank you all. I hope you all had a wonderful evening with me tonight. I enjoyed you all. It was a great live, a lot to learn. And we'll continue to watch Rose and just see how things go in her world in the beautiful state of Hawaii. And we wish her and the family the best. We will keep them lifted in prayer, and hope that she gets whatever it is that she needs to get so she can show up better for herself and for her family, for her babies, all that. Listen, everything I said, it stands. Listen, I'm 10 toes down on it. And I hope even those things that I've said, you all can take that with you and apply it in your lives, because it just doesn't apply to Rose. Like, this is like real life stuff. And this is things that I've applied to my life, and I tell people to apply to their life. Listen, we just trying to win. We trying to live. We trying to show up differently, get better results, get results that maybe we've never even seen before. So she's scheduled to go live this evening, I think. So you all, if you're interested in that, you can check out Rose's live. I think she got it scheduled. It might be now. What she said, Jayla says she is breaking down. I hope she get some help. This is sad. We'll see, once I get off of here, if I got it in me to go listen and see what she got going on with her. But I just want her to get help. So that's all I want for her. But a little puppy said Rose deleted the live. So she had the live. Let me see. She had a live that was supposed to be scheduled for tonight. Let me see. Queen of Kings. Let's see. Let me see. I'm going over to her channel now. She had something that was scheduled. So did she take it down? Yeah. So she got rid of it because she had a show she had something out there that was scheduled. I saw that earlier before I started this live. But the 19-minute video we reviewed, that's still over there. So she'll probably be back tomorrow. Hopefully she can at least get a good night's rest. I don't know, child. Jayla said she posted 6 hours ago and she's crying. She posted 6 hours ago, she's crying. So are you talking about the video I reviewed earlier, Jayla? And Little Puppy says she deleted the live where they were bad mouthing you. Little Puppy says, yeah, she took it down. So maybe I guess she privated it. But yeah, so Rose has her own demons and things that she has to deal with. She has to deal with. That's between her and her higher power or whoever she pray to. But all we can do is learn from the madness. Like, talk about the takeaways. Gigi said Brett is entertaining Jim Beam and Jack Daniels so that he can cope with all the shenanigans. Lord, not him over there drinking. I always would say if Brett had hair, he'd probably be bald headed by now because the way them nerves are probably over there shot. He probably couldn't even, if he was at a job today, he probably struggled to even function knowing that Rose was somewhere breaking down, because y'all know she's probably blowing his phone up, talking about, I'm going through it. I need you to come home. Lami said it's the best thing she needs to get goes for a while. Yes, prayers up to you all. Prayers up for Rose, Brett, the children. Listen, child, head over to Let Tosh Mob going live. The Rose, y'all, she's 6 hours behind us. So, child, you never know when she going to hit that live button. So whenever she do, y'all know we here for it. And as usual, I'll continue to, keep my ear to the YouTube streets and see what's next to come on here to talk about. So, I may not schedule anything tonight for tomorrow. So I just have to see what unfolds to see if there's anything in particular I want to talk about. So that means I may schedule something tomorrow. So just look out, keep watching. I may schedule something tomorrow for an evening show. So we'll just see how we'll just see how everything unwinds. We'll see how it goes. Jayla said, appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I am Chic from Chic Speaks. And that's all I got. Peace. Until next time.